launching. The dumbest radio show in America. Welcome to Common Man and T-Bone.
Talk to it, girls. Top 5
That's
podcasts.
right. That's what I heard. She's having a lot of success.
She's up there.
All you got to do is get caught on camera talking about how you... and then you get your own podcast worth millions of dollars.
If only they had a word for that little sound effect you made. Oh, they do. Hawk to it. That's what they did.
That's right.
Featuring Panama Ted.
Too hot.
Timmy Hall.
I will rub one on my face.
And a collection of profane noises.
Coach?
No, Dom.
I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
I want me some glory hole.
I'll keep it in the room.
Stop breathing. It used to be a lot longer.
The numbers don't lie.
This is Stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome in. Hello, Bone.
Hello, man.
We have our girthiest day
Oh, it's girthy.
of the week. Let me set it up for you. All the news and notes you need as we go inside the NFL at 3:48. Rapid fire. In the 4 o'clock hour. Game show in the 5 o'clock hour. What is the game, Boner?
This week, we are going back to an old favorite we like to do. The Instagram follower death match is what I'm calling it, where I give you 2 famous people, and you figure out which of them has more Instagram followers. Now, I will tell you, the theme this week is all 90s-related sitcom stars.
All right.
So they're all people from 90s sitcoms. Now, they may have done other things, too, but they are 90s sitcom Instagram follower deathmatch. That's what we're doing today.
Got it. Jackets beat Boston last night.
Hey.
5-1.
How about that?
You know, the odd thing is, too, if you watch the game, they didn't even necessarily play that well. They kept taking penalties. I'm like yelling at the TV, stay out of the damn box. And then in reality, that was the best thing that could have happened to them because Elvis was excellent.
Right.
And they kept scoring shorthanded goals. So let's go. Stay in that box.
Hey, I'll take it, man. If you can, however you want to win right now, this team is trying to find an identity and trying to figure out what they do well. If you become the team that can withstand playing a little physical and making some dumb mistakes, but you're able to kill off penalties and score occasionally in those penalty kills, like, absolutely.
Obviously,
this is a great identity to have if that's what they're heading for.
I want to move past this phase, but I understand where this hockey club is. But I'm at the point right now, and we've seen this with Jackets teams of the past, where you go into an opposing town like you did Boston last night, and you get out to like a 3-0 lead in the first period, and you just see the look on the people's faces that bought tickets to this. Because I'm sure they walked in thinking, I'm getting 2 points tonight. Jackets in town.
Yeah.
And then you go down 3-0 in the first period, and the look on their face is, I could have done so much more with my life.
Right.
I like being that spoiler. Now, eventually, I want to move past that point and have the fans actually be concerned when the Blue Jackets come into town. Right?
Well, yeah. And again, I know the Bruins are a different organization than the Blue Jackets are as far as history and what they've done, but don't look now in the standings. They're not that far apart. Like that, Bruins are not off to their best start by any stretch. So I'm sure some of those fans, too, are like, this is a little frustrating because we're also not playing the way we think we should be in general, let alone in this game. So, yeah, that's nice, though. I like the fact the Jackets came in there, weren't scared, and took care of business. That was a great victory, which I know they've had some downs, right? They have definitely had some.
And they're going to have some downs.
They're not anywhere near a finished product right now, but seeing the capacity to be able to go out and not just eke out a close win where you get lucky goaltending or one guy scores like 4 goals. And you're like, well, we can't count on that. You can count on solid goaltending, which they had last night, and a team that can withstand taking some penalties and still not give up a ton of power play goals. That is something, if they can work on that and continue to grow that, that's an identity you can live with. That's great.
Jackets hosting Tampa on Thursday. Monday Night Football last night. Texans beat the bad Cowboys. How about this for a stat? Teddy showed me this morning.
I'm sure there's a ton of these stats for the Cowboys today.
And by the way, I'm sure you haven't heard anything about this game because the talking heads never like to dissect how bad the Cowboys are, how good the Cowboys are. That never happens. But
I know.
We'll do 2 minutes and move on. I'm floored by this stat. The Cowboys have trailed by at least 20 points in their last 6 home games. that has never been done in the history of the National Football League. They have trailed by more than 20 points, 20 points or more in their last 6 home games.
And it will come as no surprise to you then that that's also, they haven't won any of those games. When you go down 20 points at home, you typically don't win them.
You know, and we're going to pay for it too. We have a Thanksgiving matchup coming up. And look, I'm usually the person who sits here and says, even when the Lions were bad, obviously they're not now, when people would say, get the Lions off Thanksgiving, I'd say that's their tradition. You let them live on Thanksgiving, right? Even the Cowboys, I'm going to say, you let them live on Thanksgiving. However, you know what we have to witness as we celebrate the most American of American holidays? And yes, I'm including the 4th of July. We get to witness Tommy DeVito up against Cooper Rush on Thanksgiving.
Can I ask a question about that, by the way? Because last night I'm watching this game, and I had it on for gambling purposes because it was obviously not a well-played game, but I was, keeping some eyes on some stats. And so I am sitting there wondering, and they started wondering on the broadcast too, where's Trey Lance? Is he hurt? And then they showed him.
He's standing there.
No, he's standing there with his helmet ready to go. They never brought him in.
I feel like we don't talk about him enough. We don't talk about.
Could go down as one of the greatest busts in NFL history.
That's what I mean, is that he's such a bust. We forget that he's alive. Look, we've seen busts go out, and they're bad, and that's why they're busts. Oh, I've seen that guy. He's thrown this interception. I can picture this bad game that he had. Trey Lance, what did he start, 2 games? Seriously.
I feel like he started more than that, but you may be right. Like, that might be all it was. But, yeah, very limited engagement we got to see of him with the Niners. However, we saw enough to say he was not great. Right? I mean, I feel like we saw him enough with the Niners that people formed opinions and said, yeah, this guy's got a long way to go.
Did we see him enough?
No, I feel like a consensus was developed that he's not a finished product by any stretch.
He's 2-2 as a starter in the National Football League.
So 4 games.
4 games, Timmy.
4 games.
Okay, then I stand corrected.
Think they're just going to keep having the Cooper Rush?
Well, what I'm saying is,
seeing him?
He was in San Francisco. The Niners were able to basically say, hey, look, we found some guys off. Jimmy Garoppolo, him too. What's his name? Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah. They had him out there.
You said his name.
Yes, I had it.
You said his name and then didn't know his name.
I was thinking of the Galapagos Islands for a second.
He lives
That's where he is.
With the turtles.
I want to go there. Anyway, like, was he a great player? No. But they found ways to be successful with him. They have had a variety of quarterbacks come in, and they've done pretty well no matter who's playing quarterback. So the fact that even Trey Lance couldn't even get a sniff there for 4 games when they used a first-round pick on him, I don't know. That seems bad. And then they trade him off for a 4th-round pick, which good moves there. Trent Baalke or whoever's there now with the Niners. I forget who's running that team. But good job for you getting a 4th-round pick out of him, because the Cowboys are saying Cooper Rush has been in the league for 8 years, but we're not sure. We haven't seen enough of that guy. We got to see him more.
But what about this game last night?
No, I know. Why
didn't you get him in the game last night?
Well, afterwards,
not trailing by enough.
Mike McCarthy said as much. He actually did say after the game, he said, yeah, I'm going to second guess myself. I probably could have got him a series or 2 out there towards the end of the game. I regret not doing that.
At least he admitted it.
Did you know they're also, aside from the stat you brought up, they're also giving up almost 38 points per game in those home games?
Yeah.
And when you trail by 20 or more.
Right. It's not just like 24-4, it's not like 24-7, all that, but they're getting hammered at home.
And they've led for a total of 2 minutes and 15 seconds in those 5 home games.
That is incredible.
Teddy, are you at the point now as a Cowboy fan where it's like fun?
It's funny. Yeah,
okay,
it is. I'm there. Yeah, I don't
hates him,
and I don't care anymore too. As far as the season, it's funny. Yeah.
Do you hate him though?
Do I hate them?
Yeah, do you hate him? Do you want to see him lose now?
I don't know if I go that far, but I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if they win or lose. I don't really care. I have just no feelings towards.
Look at what they're doing to the star. Start hating him.
Yeah, but no, I
get the Dallas Cowboys.
But I'm saying I still root for my team. But
you
they're not. But I don't care if they win or lose. But I do root for them.
I like the Timmy and Ted show.
This is as far. No. This is great. But I want to add. I think this is as far as you're going to. No. This is fine. I want to say I think that's as far as you're going to get Ted to go into hateful land. Like me, I live there. Right when my team sucks, I'm like vindictive.
Yeah, you live there.
Yeah,
I'm the mayor.
Yeah, you hate the Bears.
Okay,
Oh,
right.
I hate them.
This is you hate the White Sox?
Oh,
Come on.
I wish they'd move.
You've heard negative
Get outta
Bone.
here.
You've heard negative Man. We've heard negative Timmy. Negative Ted is basically this, where he's like, "Oh man, I don't even care."
Yeah,
like
that's me, yeah.
that's as
That's
far
my
as
hate.
Ted gets
Yeah.
into the hatred level. Is I'm just apathetic and laughing at
See,
them.
it's always someone like Ted, though, that winds up killing someone.
Is that
Well, you and I, we get the anger out. We get the hatred out.
Yeah.
Teddy bottles it all up, and then one day it comes out at the poor drive-through person at McDonald's who gets his quarter pounder wrong.
right?
It's a bad studio to be sitting in over here.
I'll tell you what, though, Teddy, were you there last night? Did you swing down to Dallas on the PJ and cut down some roof tin? Is that what you were doing?
I was
Were you
trying to hit
throwing
him,
some
yeah.
metal off the top of the roof just to take out your aggression? Because
Yes.
how in the world, Jerry Jones is such a joke of an owner. How do you have a stadium that you haven't opened the roof to? And why'd you build it that way then? Just make it a dome.
Well, I was
Why even
surprised.
have the dome, the opening feature, if you're not going to use it for 2 years?
I was surprised that they didn't have it open for a game. But then you would think, well, they must open it once a week or something just for maintenance purposes.
Yeah,
and,
just to-
making sure things are growing right. And, I don't know. They haven't opened it
They don't open it. No, they
in
don't
2
open it.
years
They don't
and a
open it.
piece of metal falls down.
They opened it up last night and a piece of metal fell. Does it? And I tell you what, man, obviously I'm glad no one was hurt by that. But do you know how much, if I were a stadium worker in Dallas and if I saw that thing falling, I would be like, yeah, I'm risking it. And I'm just like diving under, like I'm trying to get hit by it. Like
Well, not your head. You put you put your arm out.
I'm saying
What were the
I'm getting
specs
close.
on what fell? Like, what were the
it's-
dimensions or weight?
Timmy,
Did
it
they
was-
list that?
I don't know what it weighed. It was the size of like a large desk, like a piece of metal that big.
Yeah.
But it was
Oh,
very,
boy.
but it was
Flimsy,
very
floppy
It
kind
was
of
very
thing. Yeah.
flimsy.
It's still coming down at a pretty high rate of speed. That's going to hurt you.
well, the
That's
thing
Final
is-
Destination 8 type stuff. That would sever someone's head clean off if it went sideways.
Yeah, it looked like an airplane wing.
It's kind of
right?
floating
Where
a
it could
little, yeah.
float because it had such a surface area and it was very thin. But then it just all of a sudden would just flop the wrong way and just zoom and slice down a little bit. And then like a piece of paper. If you drop a piece of paper falling, that's how it was falling, where it just, and then all of a sudden it just crashes on the ground.
You remember the thing that almost hit Bryce Sensabaugh in the head at Assembly Hall during an Indiana-Ohio State basketball game? It was like an 11-pound steel rod.
I forgot all about that.
Would have
Yeah.
probably killed him.
Yeah, like things falling from arenas. Don't watch Final Destination
In
and
Charlotte,
then watch this stuff.
In Charlotte, when they built their new arena way back in the day, the entire 6,000-pound scoreboard fell on the floor. The night that it was opening, there was a USA basketball game to be played.
It doesn't matter
Oh, God.
what I'm at. Hockey game, basketball game. If I'm in attendance, at some point during the game, I have a daymare about that thing falling down.
I look up. I do the same thing
Yes.
whenever I see. We're at Bristol Motor Speedway. They have one that's like the biggest. It's a freestanding structure that's supported by cables that run over your head, and you just see this giant circular Videotron thing that's suspended by stuff outside of the stadium, and you're thinking, this is going to fall at some point, and it doesn't.
I hope Daktronics knows what they're doing.
That's right. That's what Dak Prescott. That's how he got into the league.
Right.
They were like, you're doing such a good job with the video boards. Why don't you come play football?
I feel like that was a good little show that we just did right there.
There's
Just
a lot
the first
going
segment.
on. I'm exhausted.
Me too.
I'm going to take a shower.
It only
news.
gets worse.
I know. Good news. Macho Man's back.
Oh, yeah.
Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should watch for some slowdown due to an accident that's on eastbound 670's off-ramp to southbound 71. And we have another delay due to an accident if you're on Carl Road near Sandalwood Place. This report is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Every piece is important. Okay, Donato's pepperoni lovers, it's time to pick your pep deal. Now get $5 off a large hot honey pepperoni pizza, or get $5 off a large pep 150 when you use promo code PEP. Order today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Green & Sons. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. Green & Sons will help you find your next Kubota tractor. Located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville. And online at greenandsons.com.
Snip, tuck, fold, crease, tuck tape.
It's not that complicated, Dad.
Wrap, crease, tape, twist tape.
Ohio Lottery scratch shops make great holiday gifts. And play Holiday Bonus Millions with a 200 times multiplier and a $2 million top prize.
Fold, crinkle, crinkle, roll.
Plus, you can enter non-winning tickets in My Lotto Rewards for a second chance to win up to 1,000 times the price of your ticket.
pleat, crinkle, gate, fold, ring, curl, scrunch.
The best part, Dad? No wrapping required.
No tuck, fold?
No tuck, fold.
Give the gift of fun. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Make the most of your holidays with the Kroger app. You can enjoy over $600 in digital coupons every week. Get access to low prices and earn fuel points to save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. The Kroger app makes it easy to save this holiday season. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply.
Get a big deal on big packs of Kroger brand red, green, black, or tricolor seedless grapes. 3-pound containers are $3.99 each with your card and digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Would you believe that giraffes are 30 times more likely to get hit by lightning than people? Or that a single cloud can weigh 550 tons or more? Sounds fake, right? How about an insurance company that actually treats you right? Sounds unbelievable, but it's true. NJM Insurance is proud to put policyholders first. And they don't use jingles or mascots either. Don't believe me? Well, guess what? Everything in this commercial is true and approved by the legal department. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit njm.com for a quote.
Much like a vampire, we need to be invited into your house. But once we're in, we never leave. Listen to The Fan on your Alexa or Google Home smart speaker. Just say play 97.1 The Fan and prepare to be amazed. Do it now.
If you've been too busy to sign up for your health insurance plan, it's understandable. It's also why there's Health Markets. At healthmarkets.com, you can see the plans available to you and even speak to a licensed insurance agent. Just dial pound 250 and say Health Markets. They'll answer your questions, and when you're ready, even help you apply. Just dial pound 250 and say Health Markets. Getting your new health insurance plan could be easier than you think. Health Markets Insurance Agency, Inc. is licensed as an insurance agency nationwide except in Massachusetts.
Leaves changing and the nighttime air is cool. Fall is the perfect time to have the Waterworks inspect and tune up your furnace. Protect your family against those wintertime furnace breakdowns. Call 614-232-2222 now to schedule.
Here, care is where you need it. With over 350 primary care providers in Central Ohio, expert care is minutes away. See how we care for all of you at mountcarmelforyou.com.
Healthcare.gov has plans for health because you have plans for life. All plans cover doctor visits and emergency care to keep you and your family running strong. All plans cover hospital stays and prescriptions so you can have peace of mind. Visit healthcare.gov to explore health plans from the brands you know. 4 out of 5 customers can find a health plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Enroll at healthcare.gov by December 15th for coverage starting January 1st. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Do you want a job that is flexible, secure, and fun? It also offers excellent pay and is ranked as one of the best jobs in America, too. I'm talking about being a dental hygienist. And all you have to do is complete a 2-year program after high school. Visit ODA.org to learn more and to start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Share all the holiday joy this season with the convenient shipping and enhanced network of the United States Postal Service. Visit USPS.com/holidayride.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Time now to get a look at that weather report. Today, cloudy and mild, high 64. Afternoon rain on your Wednesday, high 58. We do have rain and snow mixed together in the forecast on Thursday. We're going to be looking at about a ½ inch to an inch of snow that will accumulate on the grass. I'm not expecting anything to stick to the roads. It'll be very, very windy on Thursday, which will make it feel like it's in the upper 20s to lower 30s. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 weather impact forecasts on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
High highly medicated, barely educated. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
You know what I did last night, Bone?
What'd you do last night?
I settled in. I popped open an ice-cold Coors Light, as I'm known to do, and watched season 2 of Sprint on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're a big fan of the running.
I love the running. I like it. And I like it even more because my gal, Gabby Thomas, is on. She's glamorous. She's smart. She's athletic. She does it all. And look, I don't know Gabby, but I assume if we were together, she would love to have a nice ice-cold Coors Light with me. Because that's the official beer of the Common Man. And it's also the official beer of Olympians everywhere. I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to say that it is.
Okay.
Grab yourself an ice-cold Coors Light, and you'll feel like Gabby Thomas, or you'll feel like a bobsledder.
Why would you feel like a bobsledder?
Loser, because it's the icy cold Coors Light.
Do they call them losers for real? Wouldn't they be?
What else do they call them?
Like, oh man, such a loser! Way to go, loser!
I've seen the bobsledding in person.
Oh, it's when you were banging in Utah?
That was back when I was banging
Salt Lake City, Utah.
2002 Olympics up at the Park City Olympic Park, whatever that was called.
You know what's close to Utah?
3.2 beer.
The Rocky Mountains,
Yeah.
where they brew ice-cold Coors Light. 21 means 21. Please drink responsibly.
Tap them.
You know what? Next summer, I may be going back to Colorado. If I do, I'm going to swing through Golden just for you.
Oh, great. The best brewery tour
really?
I've ever been on.
Really?
Phenomenal.
You know what I like? The fact that you jumped in on the first segment and the fact that you're jumping in on this segment with your mouth full. You're chewing something.
Well, they had unbelievable cookies just got dropped. I mean, just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like baked sugar cookies. Oh, God.
We may have stolen these cookies.
Where'd they come from?
I don't know. Angela Pace brought them down. Angela Pace brought them down and said they had my name on it, and then they said they were for radio. And then she's like, I don't know who in radio ordered these. I'm like, I don't think anyone did.
That's the thing people don't understand about this job. My wife doesn't understand this about this job, is that we get food sent to this radio station on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes it's our doing, sometimes it's not. Sometimes, you know, restaurants just drop off food because they hope that we like it and we talk about it.
Mission accomplished today, by the way, Tim Hortons. Good job.
Well, I'm just saying, it's impossible to walk past your desk. You got a table full of hot cookies and treats and not to pass it up. Why do you eat so much crap at work? Because it's there and it's free.
Yeah.
That was maybe one of the best sugar cookies I've ever had. I second that. It was fantastic.
Right?
I don't know
it's
what
like
kind of Coke is in those.
Timmy,
that was unbelievable.
If you're going to hijack the show, can you at least get me a cookie and bring me a cookie?
It's like
one with the frosting or no frosting?
What did you have?
Both.
I'd say go one with the frosting.
Give me frosting.
Frosting.
Yeah, so it has frosting on it, and it has it's like a little face. They put little eyes and a smiley face on it.
Got some goo on there.
And then it has but it's also like they got the confetti in it, like the sprinkles. Or the funfetti cookies, what it kind of looks like. But
yeah,
it's all holiday.
It's fantastic.
By the way, I found out something. Do you want me to derail fully, or do you want to keep going?
Can I just pay off on my teas?
Pay off on your teas.
Oh, yeah!
I forgot about Macho Man. My bad.
Joe Douglas has been fired as GM of the Jets. So Phil Savage, Macho Man Phil Savage.
Oh, yeah!
Former GM of the Browns is their interim GM. 16 years ago yesterday, I double-checked this today, was the day that Phil Savage, as GM of the Browns, sent an what am I saying?
What are you saying? I don't know.
Obscenity-laced email to a fan.
Okay.
Saying, go root for the Bills, F you.
I love how it hasn't affected his career at all. He's right. He's like, yep, I'm still banging. Still now the interim
these
GM.
Are one step away from dough.
Yeah, man, that's the way I like my cookies, by the way. I want them to be almost raw.
That's good.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Now,
I wish the entire thing was frosted.
Yeah, I'm with you. I would have taken. Actually, I just want the frosting with a little cookie in it. I've seen a creator online who said their goal is to get ice cream made where it's just mostly the toppings and then like whatever's in the ice cream, like if it's cookie dough, it's almost solid little blocks of cookie dough with just a smidge of a ribbon of ice cream in it. That's what I want with a cookie.
Did I ever tell you about the Ben & Jerry's error card that I got?
No.
So you know I'm such a big
you love the Ben & Jerry's ice cream.
Whore. The chocolate chip cookie dough Ben & Jerry's is perhaps my favorite ice cream flavor of all time.
It's delicious.
Commercial ice cream that you can buy in a store.
Yeah, I'm with you. I have a bunch of non-commercial craft ice creams that I have an old lady make for me
what I mean,
in Amish country.
Dummy, like a peanut butter parfait from Dairy Queen, or you go to Handel's and buy it at the window. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Stop it.
Go on Gold Belly and spend $500 for half a pint of ice cream shipped to you with a polar bear.
Shipped
to you by a polar bear?
To me.
Yeah, I know.
What was I going to say? Oh, anyway. So I bought a pint one time. I opened it up.
Yeah.
The entire thing is just a block of cookie dough.
Oh, yeah.
There's no ice cream.
That's what I did. Now
There's
I'm in
no
on that.
ice cream.
Yeah.
Just a block of frozen cookie dough. You'd think I'd be upset. I wasn't upset.
Why would you? Well, don't they sell that now? You can get
they do.
Just cookie dough.
Not in a whole pint, though, in little snack pieces.
No,
Was it soft in consistency?
I mean,
once
it melted a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love that. But I'm saying, I now go to, when I go to Culver's and get a concrete, I put 8 different things in there, and I'm like, hey, fill that thing up all the way, and then just, if you can, work a little custard. I don't want a ton of ice cream. I want the toppings, and then a little bit. I just want a mash of stuff. With this cookie is great. I want all frosting, icing, whatever we're calling it. What's the correct term?
Whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. I know it's not whatever I want, is it, Timmy?
No, it's not.
It's
because if you say icing, you'll be an idiot.
Icing, that's what it is.
Give us some icing.
I never knew that. I never knew that was a regional thing. I never knew
Tennessee should be in the playoff and give me some icing.
Now I get it if
I'm
you
not
say.
sure that is a regional thing.
No, it is to
right?
him.
I want a 5-loss team in the playoff in the SEC.
Now, if you said, for example, I know some things are like if you said squad, but not like I'm trying to assemble a squad for this basketball team or whatever. If you said, oh man, he broke his leg, call the squad, then I do know you're from the South.
Well, there's another one too.
Yeah.
Call the squad is from the South. Also, call the law.
Call the law.
I'm going to call the law.
Well, call the squad is a, I know that's Appalachian, because that's where my grandparents are from, and they said it all the time. That is they had the squad out here yesterday, and I'm like, the squad?
Also, you've got Coke is just...
Coke is universal.
Everything
is Coke.
It's soda in the East, pop out here, and Coke all throughout the South.
What do you want to drink? Coke. What kind? Sprite.
Right. Yep. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
That's
I
it.
love it.
Buckeyes getting ready for Indiana. Ryan Day with his weekly presser. You will hear from the coach coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should know we've got an accident that's blocking 2 right lanes on eastbound 270. On that north outer belt just past 23, that's causing some holdup. And watch out for an accident that's on eastbound 670's off-ramp to southbound 71. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roof Revivers. Whether you need a quick repair or a full replacement, Roof Revivers has you covered. Visit roofrevivers.com today. Roof Revivers. We fix leaky roofs.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Toyotathon is on. The perfect time to save on a new Toyota truck. Now through December 2nd, get 1.99 APR financing on a new 24 Tundra. Excludes TRD Pro. Or lease a Tacoma SR5 double cab for $279 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Nobody builds trucks better than Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
We're back on Nada Yada Island Confessions. Benny is about to tell us how he found two loves. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks to Metro, I found iPhone 12 and Apple Watch SE.
At Metro, get both iPhone 12 with 5G and Apple Watch SE for only $99.99. Holidays with Nada Yada Yada, only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number and ID, sign up for Metro Flex Plus, and add a watch line. Not available if you're with T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days. Limit 2 per account.
Add $179 million in total cash prizes.
Mom, what are you doing?
Mix in 3 parts bills, bonus boxes, and multipliers.
Is this some kind of recipe?
Gradually stir in a ton of excitement.
Oh, you're trying to make Ohio Lottery holiday scratch-offs, aren't you? Stop overcomplicating things. Just go buy all your favorites like Holiday Cash, Holiday Lucky Times 10, and Merry Money.
Oh, that is easier.
Uh-huh.
Now help sift non-winning tickets into My Lotto Rewards for a second chance to win.
Play Holiday Scratch-Offs. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Guess what? Our ugly faces are on YouTube. Search 971 The Fan and watch all your favorite shows. Laptop, phone, tablet, smart TV, we're everywhere. Bring us in the bedroom with you. Yes, The Fan.
Meijer knows that Thanksgiving is a time to come together, eat together, and share together. During the week of Thanksgiving, November 24th through the 30th, when you buy Meijer brand foods, our Simply Give program will feed up to 4 million neighbors in need. So when you bring that perfectly fluffed stuffing to the table, the cranberry sauce and green bean casserole, you're actually bringing more good to more neighbors. Let's bring more good to Thanksgiving with Meijer brand and Simply Give. Exclusions apply. See Meijer.com for details.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
At Humana, our Medicare Advantage plans give you coverage and care you can count on, along with guided support to help you feel your best. Our licensed sales agents are ready to help you understand your options and choose a Medicare Advantage plan. You'll feel confident because you have plan options that fit your needs. You could have a plan with a $0 premium and even personalized care from a wide network of doctors, or all-in-one plans that may include medical and prescription coverage, as well as routine dental, vision, and hearing. When it comes to the benefits and support you need, Humana has Medicare Advantage plans made for your well-being and your wallet. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage HMO and PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Ready for a new ride? Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Did you feel that? It's your radio getting fatter. Getting fatter.
Chubby time!
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Please subscribe to the podcast of this stupid show. It's available wherever you get your podcast. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. All right, Ryan Day, media availability today. It's Indiana week.
Oh, yeah.
I say that with no sense of irony. I mean, it's perhaps the biggest week of the football season. And we happen to be playing Indiana.
Yeah.
So Ryan Day with availability. He said he wants the fans to be rowdy and says this weekend's going to be good for recruiting.
The great news is there's going to be a great environment on Saturday for our recruits to be able to come in and see that as a huge advantage for us in recruiting, just to see the rewards of the work that you put in and the fan support and what game day atmosphere is like. You know, for those who are done with their high school year, it's a lot easier for them to come in for a noon game. For those who are a little bit further away, who are still in the playoffs, it's a little bit more difficult for them to get here. So we manage it the best we can, and, you know, we get great coverage on TV. These guys can watch it on TV, you know, who are a little bit further away. You know, I think we'll have a great crowd here. I think we got a bunch of recruits coming in. So, you know, we'll manage it. You know, we don't have anything to do with the times of the games. We just make it work, and those who will be here will really enjoy it.
Fans will be into it. All right, you don't need the sun to set for people to be into this football game. You know how else you get the fans into the game? Beating Indiana's ass.
Yeah, I mean,
that will get them into the game.
I would hope that, and I have my beliefs that it will be this way. I think most people are going to this game are not going to show up and be like, wait a second, Indiana's good? I thought I was going to a crappy game. Like, this is a top 5 matchup. Doesn't matter if Indiana's the one you're used to seeing in the top 5.
You got game day in town.
Right. Like, I don't think it's going to be lost on anyone who's got a ticket to this game how big this matchup is. And then obviously you know what waits for you after that. Like, we said it earlier, we'll keep saying it all week. You are in the playoffs now, essentially, right? You have to all these games have heavy playoff implications. And even if you could lose one and theoretically still get in, that's not what it's about. It's about showing that you're the best team in the country, and you're only going to do that if you win these games. So it's time to go.
All right, here's Ryan Day talking about the Hoosiers.
I don't think their players get enough credit. Coaches have done a great job, and they've done a nice job this year, but the players are the ones who play, and they have good players, and they've done a nice job of changing their roster or upgrading their roster in certain areas. I think they play very hard. They are well coached. They take care of the football. They cause turnovers. They play well in special teams, and their best players play on special teams. Like their top running back is back there as a protector in the punt. And which does a lot of things. Like it shows that special teams are important to them, but it also makes you be aware that hey, there's a running back there when you're punting. So I think there's a lot of things they've done, but you can see that they've been very successful in everything they've been looking to do in terms of installing a culture.
Indiana's offense likes to get their wide receivers in space. They will challenge the Buckeye DBs. Ryan Day says that his DBs are up to the challenge.
I think our guys have done a great job of identifying the things that early in the season we need to do a better job at, and so this will be a great challenge for them and a great test to see where we're at. I think our guys are excited to play in this game. It's a very good challenge. They have a very good team. They have good talent at the receiver position, and I know our guys are excited for the challenge.
I said this last week that I think the Buckeyes win this game. I think they win by 2 scores-ish, 10 plus. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means, but is that just false confidence for me? Because I'm looking at the logo on their helmet and still not buying in fully.
I don't want to I'm not trying to panic anybody. I don't think this game, I think Indiana's as good as advertised. I am not buying into the narrative that the SEC media people are trying to get out there. That's like Indiana basically has been playing like FBS schools and Division II schools.
But the other side of that,
you can't believe any of the stuff you're seeing.
I'm not buying that because that's just a lazy take. But you can't also deny that in that second half, once Michigan sort of figured out what the hell they were doing, they couldn't move the ball at all.
That's right.
And Michigan has a 5-loss Michigan team we're talking about.
Michigan has a very good defense, though. I mean, I understand it's been decimated. They also, let's not forget, Michigan's season is lost. They have nothing to play for now other than spoiling people's seasons, right? That's something, by the way, Michigan's very comfortable with that. They've had a history the last 20 years of that being their attempted identity because they couldn't do anything else. I know the last couple of years we got off track with that, but just remember, this is the DNA of Michigan, is playing spoiler, not being champions. Never forget that. Curtis Rourke, this quarterback that they have at Indiana, played at Ohio, he's one of these dudes, man, that they find guys out of nowhere, they bring them in, and this is kind of what Curt Cignetti has done his whole career. So I think they have a solid quarterback. I think they have a great offensive line. I think they have a very good offense. This is going to be a tough test. They have a bunch of grown men on this team. They have a bunch of guys who are 21, 22, 23-year-olds playing college football. He didn't go out and get those guys by mistake. And the idea that this Indiana team has just been lucky, go watch some of the film. Yes, that Michigan game wasn't their best effort. I agree. And Michigan made it tough on them. That's a real concern.
You're right.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah,
one more cookie?
Residual cookie. I'll tell you, man.
My band name.
I Googled Curt Cignetti because, that's been his thing. Google me, all that stuff.
He wins everywhere.
Dude, do you know who he recruited? So he was a, offensive assistant, and in the mid-2000s is kind of when his career got going. The last time, and I want to thank Bacon House who tweeted this to us. I appreciate you. The last time Curt Cignetti, he's coached at Ohio Stadium before. It was 2003. A little team called NC State.
Yeah.
Little guy named Phil Rivers.
How you doing? I'm going to get you pregnant.
Remember that triple overtime game?
Oh, I remember it.
Yeah. You know who the quarterback's coach was of that team? This guy, Curt Cignetti. I'm saying he's been involved on some very good teams. He's been involved in finding some tremendous players. He then went from that job after like 2006. He went to Alabama. Ever heard of him? He was on the first staff that Nick Saban had when he took over at Alabama. He was responsible for recruiting just, I don't know, couple guys. Julio Jones, Mark Ingram, Dante Hightower, like all these dudes were his guys. He recruited them. He is responsible for building some of that team. And then, had some success there. They won national championships. What happens when you're like a successful assistant coach? You end up going to like a bigger job, maybe somewhere else. Maybe you get a coordinator position on a little lower school. He went from that to being a head coach at Indiana University, Pennsylvania. IUP.
Not IU, not Ooey Pooey.
No. And I'm trying to figure out why, and then I remember, where's he from? He's from Pittsburgh. So like, it looks like he went back and said, yeah, I'm gonna coach a college team, not a high level college team, but I'm gonna be a head coach somewhere close to home. And I think that's what he did. Then you go look at his career. He went to Elon after that. Musk, his university. They drove Teslas on the field. It was great, but they won there. Then he goes to James Madison and obviously built that into a tremendous program, continued the power that they were, and now he's at Indiana. What I'm saying is this guy was recruiting Saban-level dudes at Alabama. He was recruiting Phil Rivers at an NC State. He got Russell Wilson to go to NC State.
Yeah.
Like, this guy, it's not like he's just, I got lucky with this Curtis Rourke. He knows what he's doing when it comes to recruiting. I don't believe he has all the pieces there to pull off the upset against Ohio State. I don't believe that he will ever get the guys he needs at Indiana. He probably has to go to a bigger program to build it into a national champion. But what I am telling you is he doesn't have scrubs who are just getting lucky against bad teams. He purposefully recruited some really good players that may not have enough of them to go 4 quarters with Ohio State or Michigan or whoever, but he's got that talent there. There is talent on this team, and he is a damn good coach. So I'm not like sick to my stomach nervous about it.
With that being said, Buckeyes by 30.
Just don't buy the hype from the SEC, ESPN people that are telling you that like Indiana is essentially like a Boise State on steroids. That's not what this is. This is a solid program that he's starting to build there, but it's not lucky what he's doing.
It's because he's just buying all his players.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about that later. Ridiculous.
He's just buying players.
Stupid hillbillies. All right, all the news and notes you need as we go inside the NFL coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're looking at some slowdown due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on southbound 71 on the north side after 17th Avenue. And we also have some delay due to an accident that's blocking 2 right lanes on eastbound 270 on that north outer belt after 23. This report is sponsored by Ohio 811. Call before you dig. Contact Ohio 811 at least 48 hours before you dig. It's easy to do, and it's the law. CenterPoint Energy, Columbia Gas, Duke Energy, and Enbridge Gas want you to dig safely. Contact Ohio 811 every time you dig. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Our clients deserve for us to care, and they deserve to feel serviced. They have questions, and they deserve answers. We're counselors first because I'm not selling them anything. I'm trying to teach clients how to protect themselves. At Curtis & Associates, we're personal injury attorneys. We've helped and continue to help hundreds and hundreds of clients every year. That's important to us. If you've been injured in an accident and it's not your fault, call now. 614-GOT-HURT. That's 614-GOT-HURT. Curtis & Associates. Attorneys who care.
If your garage door is as rickety as your great Aunt Susan playing pickleball, we've got you. We are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Common Man and T-Bone here for Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Bone, did you know the sportsbook is now called ESPN Bet?
I did, and you can watch your favorite teams on the biggest screens, place your bets, and grab some wings with an ice-cold pint.
Maybe you're too boring and don't want to go to the casino. Good news. You can keep the action going and place your bets on the go with the ESPN Bet app.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook is your 50-yard line ticket to odds, point spreads, and over-unders.
It's the place to be. Losers must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from Classic 3-Cheese, Pepperoni, or Extreme Meat Pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 1/7/25. See app for full terms.
Bishop and Friends.
The best win would be a loss to Ohio State by less than 2 touchdowns. Quite honestly, it's the same thing for Penn State.
Bishop and Friends.
Sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island. We're back on Nada Yada Island Confessions. Benny is about to tell us how he found 2 loves. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks to Metro, I found iPhone 12 and Apple Watch SE.
At Metro, get both iPhone 12 with 5G and Apple Watch SE for only $99.99. Holidays with Nada Yada Yada, only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number and ID, sign up for Metro Flex Plus, and add a watch line. Not available if you're with T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days. Limit 2 per account.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived. The only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com, and use promo code JUSTSPORTS to get a welcome bonus up to $100. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 or older and present in Ohio. If you or anyone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Baths R Us, we're terrible roofers. We stink at installing siding. And don't ever call us for your kitchen remodel. But if you want a stunning, beautiful bathroom makeover in just 2 or 3 days, now that's when you want to call us. See, unlike most contractors these days, we offer only one service, bathroom remodeling. We don't spread ourselves thin by doing roofing or siding and a bunch of other stuff. Nope. At Baths R Us, we dedicate every company resource into mastering the craft of bath transformations. It's why we're the Midwest's biggest 5-star family-owned bathroom company. And it's why we have the happiest customers. Just check out our Google reviews. Baths R Us. We're terrible roofers, but we're awesome bathroom remodelers. Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsrus.com. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Objects in radio may be dumber than they appear. This is Man and Bone.
This dumb show is brought to you by the Hinder Motor Company. Inside the NFL coming up in mere moments. Rapid fire in the 4 o'clock hour. Game show at 5:34. What is the game this week, Bone?
We are doing another Instagram follower death match where we figure out who has more followers on Instagram. It's 2 90s sitcom stars that we will pit against each other on each question this time.
John Stamos.
He's in it, yeah.
He is?
He's one of the guys.
More 80s and 90s, but 80s, 90s, and today. Mix 97.1.
Full House was 90s? Like late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, late 80s, early 90s.
I didn't put Balky Bartakamos in there. I didn't go with Perfect Strangers references. That's
Larry
80s.
Appleton. Inside the NFL.
Common Man and T-Bone's Inside the NFL.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Bone. Well, man, in case people missed it, you brought this up earlier, but the Jets did continue their dysfunction by firing general manager Joe Douglas.
Who looks like Alex Jones.
Yeah, that's
Turn
accurate.
the frogs gay.
That's right. He's very worried
Where's
about
my
that.
money? It's all gone.
Yeah, good. I'm glad it is. So Joe Douglas, this is weird for a few reasons. One, the dysfunction of that organization. Woody Johnson, the owner, he already fired Robert Saleh earlier this year, reportedly because Aaron Rodgers didn't like him, and that was enough for Woody Johnson because he's basically decided anything Aaron Rodgers wants, that's what we're going to do.
You know what? Fine. I don't buy that. But
okay, let's say you don't buy that. Now Joe Douglas is gone. Joe Douglas's contract ended at the end of this season.
Right.
So you could have just let him see. You could have gone through that and just basically told him like, hey, you're probably not going to be back, but whatever. You could have already made that decision, start making your plans, thinking about who you're going to go hire, and not have to fire this guy yet. So firing him, I guess, doesn't really affect anything on the field because it's already a disaster. But it does kind of lend to this idea that here's their timeline for what they did. Joe Douglas is the guy who negotiated to get Aaron Rodgers here in the first place back in 2022. Had the injury last year, comes back, they thought, and hoped healthy this year, comes out and plays. Season doesn't go well. Fire Robert Saleh. A few weeks later, you go out and sign Devontae Adams. Okay, how'd that work out? Didn't do anything. So now we're firing the GM. It just speaks to the complete dysfunction of that organization. And Woody Johnson is the guy now who's making every call. I know he's the owner. That's his right to do it. But Aaron Rodgers is still sitting there. Who do you think has the power in that structure under Woody Johnson, right? It's got to be the guy that he still apparently believes.
I don't think he believes in him.
Well, then why
he hasn't done anything for him?
I know that, but then why wouldn't you just say, oh, Aaron Rodgers is clearly bad, so I'm not going to fire this GM. I'm not going to fire, maybe you're firing him because you think, I can't believe you convinced me to sign Aaron Rodgers.
That's right. You sent a message to your fans. It says, this is unacceptable.
All right.
And I'm going to fix it for you.
What was that message when Aaron Rodgers was running for president this offseason? Well, he was also saying, hey, no distractions. Everybody focus on football. And then,
I'm not
Vice
saying
president.
that.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did I say? President? Vice president. You're right.
He wasn't running for, he was considering it.
Well, you know apparently. What I mean. He was out there. He was taking the call. He was...
That's right. I heard Portnoy is going to be Trump's press secretary. I think Aaron Rodgers should get that job. I want Aaron Rodgers to get that job.
No, that's Aaron Rodgers.
He'll be free next year.
Aaron Rodgers is going to be in charge of the Department of Hookah, I believe. That's what they're going to have him doing.
Hookah.
Yeah. All right. So now, speaking of dysfunctional franchises and owners, Jerry Jones, he has a couple of things that he went on to say today. One, there are reports growing, which I don't know where these are coming from, that Mike McCarthy has lost the locker room with the Dallas Cowboys, and this team just doesn't want to play for him. They're obviously, don't have Dak Prescott. He's already out for this, for a very long time with his hamstring injury.
So what the hell are we talking about? Of course he's lost the lot. Every team that's lost six games in a row has lost the locker room.
No, Jerry Jones said that is, quote, nonsense. He says it's not a thing at all. He still has confidence in Mike McCarthy. Right. Whatever, man. I don't believe it. No one does, but this is what Jerry Jones does. He also had some thoughts on why they stuck with Cooper Rush. Now, remember, Mike McCarthy, after this game, said, I should have got Trey Lance in the game and played our third-string quarterback because we need to figure out what he can do. We know what Cooper Rush can and can't do. That's already done. Jerry Jones, though, today on 105.3 The Fan in Dallas, said they like Rush because of his experience. Quote, we know we've got limited time to work with these quarterbacks at this particular time. I would look for us to stay with the experience. So this is your answer as to why that didn't happen last night. That's because Jerry Jones doesn't want it to happen, which is, again, everything that's wrong with this franchise. And I like how the Jets are just like, yeah, we're doing that too now. Woody Johnson is just going to run this thing into the ground. Great. Congratulations, like everybody.
Early 70s prog rock band, the Cooper Rush Experience.
I very much would like to hear that. I think that would be a very good idea. And Doug Peterson, he was asked about, still there as of now. The Jags obviously are terrible. Ownership kind of has, said they were ready to make sweeping changes. Doug Peterson said he knows the pressure's there. After losing 52-6 to Detroit, he said about his job security, quote, I can't control that. I've been around this league a long time. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. But at the same time, I still have a job to do, and that's to get ready for a good division opponent here in 2 weeks.
That's the right answer. What's he going to say?
Yeah. He said he was frustrated and angry following the blowout loss. And he said that, at some point that they needed this bye to get right so they can hopefully, get some guys some time away so they can refocus. He may be the one leading the clubhouse in time away from the team when he is fired, whenever that happens. So there you go. Jags, bad. Doug Peterson, dead man walking, right? There's no way this guy's coming out of this. Terrible.
Thank you, Bone.
You're welcome, man.
I just want to point out very quickly that it didn't take very long for the new Krispy Kreme donut partnership with McDonald's to go the way of the broken ice cream machines.
Oh,
the McFlurry. Sorry, they're broken. The Krispy Kreme. Sorry, we didn't get our delivery this morning.
Oh, fun. That's
what I got this morning. They didn't come.
Oh.
What do you mean they didn't come?
It's almost like when one unreliable company contracts another unreliable company to bring their product, it's not going to be reliable. That's crazy.
Ross Bjork talks about kick times. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You can expect some slowdown due to an accident if you need to use southbound 315's ramp to 161. And we have got some more backup due to an accident that's blocking 2 right lanes on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt after 23. This report is sponsored by Z-Bar. Take advantage of Z-Bar's Black Friday deals all month long. Shield your truck with a Rhino lining spray on bed liner, $100 off. Defend against rust and corrosion with undercoating, $50 off. Restrictions may apply. See store for complete details. Z-Bar, your vehicle's best defense. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Enjoy rates as low as 9.90% APR with a Visa Platinum credit card from BMI FCU. The perfect low-rate card for your wallet. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
Meijer knows that Thanksgiving is a time to come together, eat together, and share together. During the week of Thanksgiving, November 24th through the 30th, when you buy Meijer brand foods, our Simply Give program will feed up to 4 million neighbors in need. So when you bring that perfectly fluffed stuffing to the table, the cranberry sauce and green bean casserole, you're actually bringing more good to more neighbors. Let's bring more good to Thanksgiving with Meijer brand and Simply Give. Exclusions apply. See Meijer.com for details.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
In honor of Veterans Day, we're celebrating those who have given the ultimate sacrifice by giving back to Tunnel to Towers. Get to Twin Peaks and donate $5 to Tunnel to Towers through November 30th and receive $5 back to spend on yourself at Twin Peaks this December. Valid at participating locations.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
To Central Ohioans, fall means one thing, football. At Sears Heating and Cooling, fall also means one thing, furnaces. We're not plumbers or electricians. Nope. For 74 years, we've been your Central Ohio heating and cooling experts. Need an electrician or plumber? We'll gladly give you a referral, but we won't pretend to be your one-stop shop for all the trades. We're HVAC experts, and our mission is to provide the highest quality service at the best possible price. That's the local advantage of doing business with your neighbors at Sears Heating and Cooling. Online at SearsHeatingCooling.com.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's that time of year. The red bows are not out yet, but I saw someone at the dealership dusting them off. We know what that means. In the meantime, Jermaine Lexus has great inventory on both new and L certified to pick from right now with 3.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models like the ES, RX, and NX. If you're in the market, please do check them out. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, JermaineLexus.com.
Our clients deserve for us to care, and they deserve to feel serviced. They have questions, and they deserve answers. We're counselors first because I'm not selling them anything. I'm trying to teach clients how to protect themselves. At Curtis & Associates, we're personal injury attorneys. We've helped and continue to help hundreds and hundreds of clients every year. That's important to us. If you've been injured in an accident and it's not your fault, call now. 614-GOT-HURT. That's 614-GOT-HURT. Curtis & Associates. Attorneys who care.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
And I'm Timmy Hall. Folks, it'll be the 3rd time this season the Buckeyes have been in a battle of top 5 teams. They host 5th-ranked Indiana Saturday at noon. And how about the quarterback battle? Will Howard has just over 2,400 yards with 24 touchdown passes, almost 73% completion rate. Curtis Rourke, the Bobcat transfer, over 2,400 yards, 21 touchdowns, 72% completion rate. Head coach Ryan Day said today they got to be ready for him.
I think he's played good football this year. The numbers speak for themselves, and he's very accurate in what he does, and he knows what he's doing. He's played a lot of football, so he's an experienced guy. So, again, great challenge for our team.
We've got Buckeye men's basketball tonight. They are hosting Evansville, 7 o'clock tip. I will get you warmed up for it right at 6. Cavs are at the Celtics to stay unbeaten at 7. This one sponsored by Valley Ford of Columbus, your connection for the best selection of Ford Blue Advantage certified used vehicles.
Just be glad you aren't as stupid as these two.
Oh, yes.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Hey, people are talking about how unimpressed Paul Skenes looked when he won the Rookie of the Year award.
Saw this.
For the Pirates. Now, look, Livy Dunn was there, though.
So if you don't know Paul Skenes, pitcher for the Pirates, had a great year. Big hype around this dude.
Lived up to the hype.
He dates LSU gymnast and very hot person, Livy Dunn.
Yes, it could just be that, Paul Skenes doesn't get excited. He doesn't want people to see his emotions. That's perfectly fine. Or it could be that a young man who has regular sex with Livy Dunn just isn't that impressed by things once he's climbed that mountain.
Yeah.
There's nothing more to life. There's nothing more.
I mean, look,
is that right?
She checks all the superficial
Yes,
boxes.
that's right.
Plus, she's a gymnast, for God's sake.
There's nothing more you can do.
Right.
That's
but again, I understand what you're saying. I guess that is an accomplishment in and of itself, is that you get to hang out with someone as attractive as that and have all the fun times you get to have. What I'm saying is, professionally, this is what he does for a living. He got a Rookie of the Year award, and it was like they told him, congratulations, they've sent you a Jelly of the Month Club subscription, and that'll be coming to your mailbox. He was like, oh, wow, it's fantastic. And then poor Livy Dunn, I mean, she's got to, gas this guy up a little bit. She's like, oh, yes, isn't that great? Paul, wake up, Paul, come on. She's trying to get him to live.
That keeps on giving all year.
He just wanted the party to end.
I know.
Everyone would leave.
She's sitting there like, come on, you big oaf. Can you wake up and be excited? They got us on TV together.
Get everybody out of my house.
Also,
so we can use the trapeze in the bedroom.
Do we know why she was there?
Because there's a camera there.
I understand.
That's why. If there's a camera there, she's going to be. That's her brand, is her.
I know, but do we think all these guys are all dating hot people? What are we talking about?
Yeah,
they're pro athletes.
This one makes a living off of being hot.
Not like that, Bone.
No, are you kidding? Okay, Livy Dunn is great. She's a very attractive lady. She's not the hottest person that any of these ball players are dating. That's what I'm saying.
That's right. But some of the other, women are perfectly happy just being hot and out of the spotlight or doing their charitable endeavors.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about.
Livy Dunn makes her cash.
There.
I mean, they're not married. She's got to make her own money. She should.
I didn't say that she doesn't have to make her own money. I'm just saying, why is she making it on MLB.com or whatever?
Making everywhere, baby. There's a camera at a hospice center and someone's getting ready to drop dead. She's going to pop on. Hi, everybody. Livy Dunn here.
She's going to do
look at my age.
She's going to do the Flossie Dickey interview.
That's right.
Someone's in the nursing home and they're just they're like, oh, they're coding. And then she's just on top. She's like, I'll do CPR as she do a gymnastics move over their chest repeatedly. She's using a pommel horse.
Excited for your 109th birthday, Flossie? Not one bit.
I like that you have a 109-year-old reference that you can the name of a person that you can be like, oh yeah, Flossie Dickey. Yeah. Was that her name?
Flossie Dickey.
R.A.'s mom.
Right.
Flossie, right?
She threw a hell of a knuckleball.
Great grandmother.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, she did. Great knuckler.
Absolutely right.
All right, Paul Skenes, congratulations to you winning National League Rookie of the Year.
Who won the American League Rookie of the Year? Do we know? Who cares? Livy Dunn
for the Yankees.
Livy Dunn wasn't there, so who cares, right?
It wasn't. No, it's not Nestor the Molester.
No, he's not a rookie. He's been in the league for a while.
Wait, who won it, Teddy?
I'm looking it up.
Gill? Lucas Gill or something?
Heel?
What was his name?
Heel? Luis Heel.
There we go.
Luis Gill?
Luis Gill.
Heel?
Yankees pitcher.
He beat out Austin Wells, so that's too bad.
All right, well, Livy Dunn wasn't there. That's too bad.
That is right. Colton Cowser didn't get it either, Timmy. Your guy for the Orioles. Aren't you sad about that? Your guy, Colton.
What does it matter? The Orioles are where I'm going to get Mike Tyson in that interview to the sweet 14-year-old girl or whatever.
Yeah.
What does it matter?
I thought you meant showing your bare ass.
Yeah, no, that was a different thing. This is when he told her nothing matters. We're all going to die. Why does
Right.
legacy matter? The Orioles would just lose the next time they're in the playoffs. I don't care about awards for their players.
The next time they're in the playoffs. What a nice dream that is. Meanwhile, people are getting shot at my baseball park and they're moving to Nashville. What the hell are we talking about?
Right. That's, remember,
you guys are having different discussions. You're not even in that ballpark yet.
No, it's fine. By the way, remember when, I like how, like Joe Mazzulla, who's the head coach for the Celtics, that's his MO. He gives the same interview Tyson did, where he's just like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if we win or lose this game. I don't know anything about pressure. We all live. We all die. We're just throwing a round ball into a cylinder. Who cares? Life is meaningless. We're all just here for other purposes.
He's not wrong.
I know that. What I'm saying is, where was this line of thinking when Marshawn Lynch had to do Super Bowl interviews? Because that's exactly what he needed. Because instead, all he had was like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. And everyone made fun of him like, oh, man, this guy, what a stick in the mud. It's like, no, he could have been doing this. He could have been like, hey, man, got to tell you, life is pointless. So win, lose, I don't care.
That was Marshawn's only flaw, is that he didn't give it some more window dressing.
No,
really play with it,
I mean, I enjoy it. I like that he had that take. It was unique. But if he'd have done this, people would have been like, people revere him anyway. He would have been a philosopher. If he had just said that, they would have been like, Marshawn Lynch made me reevaluate my life.
If I was Marshawn, I just would have sat down and said, boy, really sucks to be here right now. Really hate doing these.
This is the Timmy
Hall
Hall
about
approach.
this show right now.
That's right, Timmy Hall. The approach that Tim would have is just 100% of, I guess we're doing this, huh? I got to sit here and say the same answers, the same questions. All right. No. I'm excited. I'm real excited.
Why
Ask
do
your
they have
questions.
so many people on the field at the same time? This is really stupid.
Hey, Teddy.
Yeah.
This ain't one of them.
Yeah, it's not.
Hey, Ross Bjork. Ross Bjork was talking to 11 Warriors after the Board of Trustees meeting last night. And, of course, the topic of conversation was, what do you think, Bone?
Oh, it's all about the noon kicks
It's
and the
about
atmosphere.
kick times.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It has nothing to do with the fact that we're playing crappy teams at noon. It has something to do with the time of day, right? Anyway, here's what Ross Bjork had to say. I think that's an off-season conversation, honestly, but here's what I'll say. Fox has the first pick. We're the biggest brand within the Big Ten. We have the most fans who watch our games. The ratings are really high, and I'll just kind of leave it at that. But that's really an off-season conversation. If Oregon's playing on the West Coast, they really can't play 12 noon Eastern time games. You have us, you have Penn State, you have Indiana. We're the most successful programs this year. If you just look at that piece of it from a time zone standpoint, it kind of makes sense where it's landed. That's more of an off-season analysis, more of an off-season conversation. All right.
Yeah.
All of it is right.
Here's the one concern I have is I don't like the idea that Ross Bjork feels like we've got to, because I heard him say we've got to modernize the stadium. We got to rethink what we're doing on our game day approach. The atmosphere of a college football stadium, in my mind, suffers when we try to make it an NFL stadium, right? Like,
I agree with you.
Right.
But this is a battle that you and I are going to lose, buddy.
I know we are, but can I just, while the ship is sinking, can I just quickly voice my concerns as we're like, the bubbles are forming around our mouths as we're heading into the water? Like, can I just say that they've already done this, Ross Bjork? Like, maybe take the time to look at what's already been done here. This stadium didn't used to look like this. They didn't used to have fireworks and laser shows and a million different songs popping up every 5 seconds on the Jumbotron. They used to actually have the band and then the cheerleaders, like a lot of stadiums did. This movement to make the thing more modern already happened. So I'm not sure what else you're going.
It's not modern enough.
I know. But what I'm saying is, at some point, if you're saying this isn't modern enough and we need to go further into modernization to make the stadium atmosphere better, when everyone kind of agrees the stadium atmosphere has gone down over the years, when they got rid of that.
We haven't done the right thing.
Okay.
Here's the right thing.
Okay.
What's the big culprit here? What do people not like?
I don't, noon kicks?
Yes,
I don't know.
and what is out in the sky at noon?
Sun.
Yeah. Huge steel dome.
Hey.
Over always, Ohio State, you won't see the sun.
It's always 9 to dome, baby. Well, always 9 to dome.
Right, unless you put one of those stupid little glass domes where C.D. Lamb gets light in his eye. But I'm just saying, you block that whole thing out like Ford Field.
That's right.
There's no light that gets in there.
No.
You walk in there, it could be midnight. Who the hell knows?
Who knows and who cares? it just felt like when he said that with Ross Bjork, and again, I'm trying to give the guy the benefit of the doubt, but it did feel a little bit like he was looking at, if he was looking at the problem with Buckeye basketball, right? What is the number one issue with Buckeye basketball atmosphere is your arena was built to the wrong size. You should have probably built a more intimate arena. So it's like he's coming in looking at that and going, you know what we need to do? Build a 25,000 seat arena. That will fix the atmosphere. I don't know that it will, because that seems to be part of what caused the issue in the first place, is you got a lot of fans here with this modernization of the stadium that feel like unless they're being screamed at to jump up and down, they don't really know what to do. They don't care to do anything other than when they are directed to do stuff.
Let me ask you a question. Let's go back to this Indiana game, because I was thinking about this last night. Now, I know what I would prefer. I would prefer the Buckeyes go out there and win by 40 and kill them.
Sure.
That would make me very happy. Going into Michigan
as a Buckeye fan, that would make me happy too.
Yes, and then I'd like them to go and kill Michigan by 40. I'd love to see it. However, let's just talk about, not common sense now, let's talk about the national perspective. What makes the Buckeyes look better? I don't care about the Big Ten. I'm talking about what makes the Buckeyes look better. Going out there and beating this Indiana team that people already have doubts about by 40 or 50, just killing them, or going out there and playing a hard-fought game and winning by 6. Now, as a fan, I know what I want, and I know what's more impressive, the crushing blowout victory. But the talking heads over on the East Coast, are they going to take seriously?
I honestly don't know, because to your point, I know what you're saying, is if Ohio State wins by a touchdown, and it's like a good game, and it's like some big defensive stops, and both teams have like some big plays. If Indiana's throwing the ball down the field, if we're just talking about the national perception, in my mind, that should get some people to go, I guess Indiana's better than we thought. They really hung with Ohio State, a top 5 team. Indiana's a top 5 team. They probably shouldn't even fall out of the top 5. This was a really good game. If that happens, though, I guarantee you what will happen from the SEC people is, see, no one in the Big Ten is good. Because if you, and again, same thing will happen if Ohio State.
It's a no-win scenario.
If Ohio State loses this game, God forbid, right? They will. I have seen people already saying this where they're like, yeah, but that'll just mean Ohio State wasn't very good. They've lost to the 2 good teams they played. And you know what? Maybe they don't deserve to be in the college football play, which is so like.
I have been told by Kirby Smart that 2 losses is better than 1 loss or none. So let's hope the Buckeyes lose this game.
Do you understand how pretzel brain the SEC logic is? In a way, if Ohio State lost this game, that would somehow prove the Big Ten and Ohio State by, association are now better, because look how tough this conference is.
No, it wouldn't. It would work that way for the SEC. It doesn't work that way for the Big Ten.
That's what I'm saying. It only works if you're in the SEC, then that logic works. So if you remove the SEC branding from it, then you realize, this logic is flawed and stupid.
That's what I mean.
And that's why you just can't play this stupid game with them. You cannot look at Indiana, whether they win or lose this game, they should be in my mind, a lock for the college football playoffs. They are an undefeated team, 2 weeks left to go in the season.
So if you lose, obviously you lose. If you win by 6, you still lose, because it was unnecessarily close against a team that the rest of the media doesn't believe in. If you beat them by 50, you lose.
Oh, yeah, because then
then they weren't any good to begin with.
Look how terrible this Indiana team is. There's no one any good in the Big Ten other than Ohio State and Oregon. Right.
So really, you know what? In conclusion, put a dome on the shoe. Thank you.
There you go.
Fat Boy Food Tap coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should watch for some slowdown due to an accident on southbound 315's ramp to 161. And we also have some delay due to another accident that's blocking the left shoulder on northbound 270 on the east outer belt after 33. This report is sponsored by Z-Bart. Z-Bart Black Friday deals all month long. Let your vehicle shine with a Z-Bart detailing, starting at only $49. Plus, scratch and dent repairs from just $29 a panel. Restrictions may apply. See store for complete details. Z-Bart, your vehicle's best defense. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors, voted by Columbus homeowners as the leading and most trusted window brand. Find out why at PellaColumbus.com or at their brand new Polaris showroom.
Hey, fans!
fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
When you have the lowest prices every day feels like Black Friday. That's why Bob's is unboxing incredible values every Friday in November. Oh, no, not a boxing match. We're unboxing unbeatable values for your home. We're talking beautiful bedroom sets, feature-packed power sofas, dining sets, pop-up sleepers, decor, and more, all at wow-worthy prices. Now you're getting it? So check back every Friday for a new unboxing, because every day is like Black Friday at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island. We're back on Nada Yada Island Confessions. Benny is about to tell us how he found two loves. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks to Metro, I found iPhone 12 and Apple Watch SE.
At Metro, get both iPhone 12 with 5G and Apple Watch SE for only $99.99. Holidays with Nada Yada Yada, only at Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number and ID, sign up for Metro Flex Plus, and add a watch line. Not available if you're with T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days. Limit 2 per account.
Giant Eagle is making it easy to surround yourself with the sound of freshness, the sound of sizzle, the sound of savings. With new low prices on hundreds of your favorite produce items, deals for days on over 1,000 items throughout the store, plus weekly sales and My Perks for even more savings at the pump. Surround yourself with savings every time you shop. At your neighborhood Giant Eagle. Visit gianteagle.com for details.
Remember how that little girl in Poltergeist was in the TV?
They're here.
Yeah? Well, she's actually dead now. It's quite sad. Anyway, watch your favorite fan shows on your TV by subscribing to us on YouTube. Search 971 The Fan. Do it now.
You know that thing you've always been too scared to go for? It seems like you'll never have the guts. Then a cancer diagnosis. And doing that thing becomes way less scary. I would know. I've always wanted a black belt. And today, the only thing standing in my way is a few wooden boards. It's been a lot of hard work and 5 years since I beat cancer at Ohio Health. Bring it on. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
Does your vehicle need maintenance, but you don't have time? Krieger Ford's got you covered. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or we come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
Gambling too much? I'm Abdullah Mahmood, problem gambling counselor at Mary Haven, where we offer in-person, virtual, and group options. We're here for you no matter what, and that's a bet you can actually count on this football season. Go to maryhaven.com today.
November is an ideal month to plant trees in Ohio because the soil is still warm, which reduces the transplant stress. Plus, trees require less water in November than in the heat of the summer, allowing roots to grow in the cooler temperatures. When planting trees, keep these tips in mind. Select trees that are zone hardy for where you plan to plant. Avoid planting trees that produce slip hazards like fruits and nuts close to sidewalks. And don't plant large trees near or under utility lines. To learn more about the November tree planting, contact an ISA-certified arborist near you by going to trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Ohio has over 920,000 diabetics. If you are a diabetic, take a step in the right direction by having your feet checked routinely by a podiatric physician, the most qualified doctors to care for your feet. Adding a podiatrist to your healthcare team can help you better manage the effects of diabetes on your feet. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
What do your home and auto have in common? They're yours, and Progressive protects them both. Bundle today at progressive.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A little sunshine, windy and warm on this Tuesday. Temperatures in the low to mid 60s. Overnight, we'll keep it mild with some patchy fog by morning, starting off your Wednesday in the upper 40s. Clouds and showers increase during the day, with winds picking up by the afternoon. High temperatures in the upper 50s by midday, falling through the 40s by Wednesday evening. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Their BMI is higher than their IQ. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Bone and I do all our banging at Hollywood Casino Columbus, specifically the 12,000 square foot ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Bone, you said you had some action on the Monday night game last night.
Yeah, I did.
Did you win?
No.
Oh.
Because I was stupid and wrong.
Okay. Well, whether you win or lose, it's always a good time at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook.
That's right.
And they take your money up front.
Yeah.
So there's no awkward collection when you lose.
No, that's how legitimate gambling places work.
No, I know that, but back in the day, a guy named Knuckles would come over.
There's no guy named Knuckles.
Right.
No.
There may be a guy named Knuckles, but he works there and he's a professional.
There's a lovely woman named Brenda, maybe, I'm guessing. I don't know.
Brenda Knuckles.
Brenda is there, and you walk up to her, and then she's like, hi, did you want to place a wager? And you're like, yes. And you tell her what you want to bet on, and then she hands you a ticket, you hand her the money, and then you go back and sit down and you enjoy some delicious food, like a giant pretzel, maybe some great beer. They have tons of great beer options, good cocktails as well. All that there for you at Hollywood Casino, the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. And then when your team wins, hopefully, you go back and see Brenda, and she's like, oh, sorry, Brenda clocked out half an hour ago.
Knuckles is here.
But Knuckles will cash your ticket and give you your money.
That's
it's
right.
Great.
He's a professional.
Yeah.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Fatboy Food, yeah!
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
All right, Bone, what do you got?
I got two things for you. One, Red Lobster, not dead, and in fact, bringing back some menu items people want.
All right, let's go.
All right. And then the other thing is chocolate related. We'll get there. First off, though, so there's 545 Red Lobster locations that are still open. They obviously went through bankruptcy earlier this year, but that has helped them kind of clear some debt. They are working through that. But meanwhile, they are trying to restructure the company and still provide the food that people love at Red Lobster. So, new menu items that they have put out here include lobster pappardelle pasta, bacon wrapped sea scallops, lobster bisque, lemon basil mahi, simply prepared mahi, Parmesan crusted chicken, and roasted asparagus. They're also launching a snow globe sangria that you can drink, or a festive ruby mule and a mocha espresso martini. All of these are drinks they're making at Red Lobster. Here's the thing I'm excited about, Mike. Apparently, a while ago, they got rid of hush puppies, which I don't know how you can have a seafood place and not serve hush puppies, but apparently they were. They got rid of those. They got rid of popcorn shrimp.
Maybe there's a reason why you're going bankrupt. Why do you have to bring back hush puppies and popcorn shrimp?
They're back now.
They should greet you with that at the door.
I know.
Hello, welcome to Red Lobster. Would you like some hush puppies and popcorn shrimp?
Well, and you know what you should do is the first thing that should happen when you sit down at Red Lobster is it's a little puzzle you have to solve. You have to figure out, do I want hush puppies or do I want Cheddar Bay biscuits? And maybe there's a secret option C, which is both. A mixture of the two. Just a basket full of bliss.
You have to pay for the biscuits, or are they free?
I think that's their bread on the table, isn't it?
I don't know. It used to be, but I don't know if they charge now.
Well, maybe they're charging now because
I don't know if you heard, they had this thing with an all-you-can-eat shrimp. It was a disaster.
This article references that.
Of course it does.
Every article about Red Lobster has referenced the fact that in the fall of last year, they did Ultimate Endless Shrimp, and it cost them $11 million. Not total loss. So it cost them way more than that, but that's how much they lost. They did not make the profit there. All right. Here's the chocolate issue. Your guys at Lindt, the chocolate people.
Let me tell you something.
You love a Lindt chocolate, I know.
I have had high-end chocolate, bougie chocolate. I've had European crap with fancy names, all of it. I will tell you right now, there is no better piece of chocolate than a Lindt Frankie Lindor truffle. There's nothing. When you pop one of those little cylinders in your mouth and it starts to melt, and it's chocolate lava.
Okay.
I love it.
Now, take what you just said, and I'm going to tell you about this. The people at Lindt find themselves in a very unenviable position, right? A couple years ago, there was a consumer report that came out that said Lindt's Excellence Dark Chocolate, which is 85% cocoa, it apparently had high levels of lead in it. Also, their Excellence dark chocolate, 70% cocoa, had high levels of cadmium in it. These are heavy metals.
I don't know what the hell cadmium is.
They're bad for you. You're not supposed to have these in food. Okay.
You know what? I don't care.
Okay. All right.
Stay out of my chocolate, RFK Jr.
Okay.
If there's lead in there, that's delicious. Give me more lead.
Okay. What I'm telling you is this. So then a bunch of consumers sued them because they said on the label, hey, this says this is excellence. This is excellent chocolate. This is high quality chocolate.
Tastes delicious.
Well, they said, how can it be high quality if you're cutting corners and putting lead and cadmium and all kind of, I don't know, toxic waste in it, whatever they're putting in it. So they sued and said this is misrepresented on the packaging. A lot of states have laws about that. So that's what this consumer lawsuit came from. So in court, Lindt put out a statement in their arguments saying, hey, that thing that says excellence and, great chocolate and all this stuff, that's just a legal term that they called puffery. That is just marketing gobbledygook. No one should believe it. Everyone knows that's just us marketing our product.
So they say their product's not excellent?
It's
a matter of opinion. Stand behind your opinion.
Hang on. So Lindt basically said, everyone knows this is crap. We just put excellence on it because that's what we do. But you can't. It's not scientifically excellent. It's just excellent marketing-wise. Well, the Swiss chocolate manufacturers, who all apparently hate Lindt, have all now fired back and said, oh, there you go. We caught them. Lindt is saying their chocolate sucks, and they're marketing it as good when it's actually crap. And now Lindt has had to go back to them and say, hey, we believe our chocolate is great. That was a legal tactic designed to get around the marketing. Hey, just eat our damn chocolate. Put it in your face.
I'm with you. Common man here for Lindt. Common man here for cadmium and lead, whatever the hell it is.
A cadmium cremate.
I don't care.
That's what you want for Christmas.
It's delicious.
That's right, yeah.
It melts in your mouth. You like a white chocolate?
I love a white chocolate.
Some people are down on white chocolate. I call those people stupid. They make a white chocolate Lindor truffle.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
Yeah?
It's like you died and went to white chocolate heaven.
What does that have in it? Uranium? What are they putting in it?
I don't care. I don't care.
Like, this actually has graphite from a pencil in it. I'm just chewing through actual
graphite. This is like when years ago, it's like, did you know that the same thing they used in making gym mats are inside a McRib? I don't care. Look, we're all going to be here for a short period of time, and then guess what? Mike Tyson said to the kid, we're all going to die.
Yeah.
We'll all be dead.
Yeah. Now, I'm with you. I want the food to be safe. I want it all to be healthy. But in times like this, where I'm conflicted about the things I'm putting in my body, I'm reminded of Neil deGrasse Tyson, who once brought up, and I think he's spot on, he said, hey, they have found matter out in the universe. They've collected samples of space dust and all kinds of stuff that's hit the moon and hit our planet and hit Mars and all these places. They've analyzed it. And you know what they found is in that? Carbon, nitrogen, all these elements that are in our bodies. And he said, when we die, we just become the carbon, the nitrogen, the oxygen, all that stuff that makes up our entire universe. That's all we are.
Sure,
so
that's right.
If I'm eating some Lindt chocolate and there's cadmium in it, guess what? It's all going into the ground, and it's all going to go back to being whatever it is. So who cares?
Some advanced race of being will be pumping our dead oil bones into their gas tank.
Yeah, that's right.
We need to do away with human fuels.
Hey, man, the dinosaurs making a comeback, right? They stuck around for the fuel.
Absolutely. That'll be our comeback.
Could you imagine if you knew that as a kid? It was just like, hey, do you like dinosaurs? Cool. Your cars run on them. Did you know that? That's what they are. Liquefied dinosaur.
Yeah, they didn't teach us anything cool.
No, I would have been way more into some of those classes if they had been like the stuff that your dad's pumping out at the gas pump or your mom or whoever's pumping it. Like that stuff came from dinosaurs. You can't look at it like a dinosaur, but it is dinosaur material. Some of that is still in there.
Our car is running on T-Rex power.
I was just going to say, I've got a Ford Raptor fueled by Velociraptor.
Yeah. All right, rapid fire coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle that's on the right shoulder of northbound 315 at King Avenue. And you're going to hit some delay due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of northbound 270 on the east outer belt after 33. This report is sponsored by Medicare.gov. An official message from Medicare. Medicare plans change from one year to the next, and this year it's important to compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Visit Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com and use promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100.
Common Man here for Care Heating and Cooling. Weather is unpredictable, but the inside of your home should be comfortable just the way you like it. And the best way to avoid those unnecessary surprises is with a care plan. See, with a care plan, you get priority service, system maintenance in case of an emergency. Just another way to give you and your family peace of mind. And maintaining your systems properly can help save you money. A properly maintained furnace and air conditioner run more efficiently, reducing your utility usage. Regular maintenance also prevents breakdowns and extends the life of your equipment. I'm on the care plan, and I'm quite the expert. I'll stop by and give your system a once-over. I will. Don't tempt me. I end every commercial the same way, telling you to hire Care when you need a company you can trust. It's not just a slogan. That's the Care creed. How about this? Lennox. They have thousands of dealers nationwide. HVAC royalty. Last year, Lennox gave Care their coveted Partner of the Year award because they're trusted by their customers and their partners. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING or book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com when you need a company you can trust.
I need a small order of sheet metal to repair something in the shop. It's not much, but can you help me out?
At Metal Supermarkets, no order is too small.
Wait, really?
Yep.
What about small home projects?
Yep.
For a car I'm working on?
Yep.
Any kind of metal?
Yep.
Cut to size?
Yep.
With no minimum order?
Yep.
How about 1,000 cut pieces of aluminum flat bar?
Yep. Choose from over 8,000 types, shapes, and grades of metal in any quantity you need. And yes, we're serious. Any metal, any size, ready fast. Locally owned on Wilson Road.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's that time of year. The red bows are not out yet, but I saw someone at the dealership dusting them off. We know what that means. In the meantime, Jermaine Lexus has great inventory on both new and L certified to pick from right now with 3.49% up to 60 months on their most popular models like the ES, RX, and NX. If you're in the market, please do check them out. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, JermaineLexus.com.
There's nothing like having Common Man and T-Bone resting on your bosom.
Oh, for someone with no breasts, you've done very well for yourself.
Gross. Pick up the latest T-shirt in the fan store or pick up merch from a show you actually like. We even have Ohio State and jacket stuff. Head to 971thefan.com.
When you have the lowest prices every day feels like Black Friday. That's why Bob's is unboxing incredible values every Friday in November. Oh, no, not a boxing match. We're unboxing unbeatable values for your home. We're talking beautiful bedroom sets, feature-packed power sofas, dining sets, pop-up sleepers, decor, and more, all at wow-worthy prices. Now you're getting it? So check back every Friday for a new unboxing, because every day is like Black Friday at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Bob and Teresa Capace here at Worthington Jewelers. Thinking of proposing this holiday season? Find the perfect ring to capture your love.
Family owned for 25 years with over 1,500 styles and a relaxed, no-pressure atmosphere.
Worthington Jewelers, where Columbus gets engaged.
You can use your phone at a doctor's office. You can use your phone at a football game. You can even use your phone at an amusement park. But one place you should never use your phone is behind the wheel. Fines now start at $150. So remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Open a Platinum Rewards Visa at Kemba Financial Credit Union and secure super low everyday rates so you can pay down debt faster. Apply now at Kemba.org to unlock 2% cash back on purchases for a limited time and pay 0% interest for a full year on balance transfers plus exclusive perks. Restrictions apply. Offer ends October 31st, 2024.
Toyotathon is on. Our biggest event of the year is better than ever with our biggest and best selection, including the best-selling Toyota Camry. It's all hybrid all the time with available all-wheel drive. Now through December 2nd, you can lease a Camry LE from just $269 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Extra large, extra stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Hey, guess what?
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
You lose to the Blue Jackets, you get fired.
Oh, is that right?
The Boston Bruins have fired their head coach, Jim Montgomery.
Oh.
One night after they lost to the Blue Jackets 5-1 and allowed 2 shorthanded goals.
Well, that was quick.
Joe Sacco is taking over. You know what that means.
What does that mean?
Flacco, my Cracko.
Sacco, my Cracko.
Wait, you know what? WEI, you bunch of idiots. We will license that to you for a hefty fee. If you want to borrow Sacco, my Cracko.
That's right.
For a fee, you can have it if you want it, but you have to pay. I will make them pay. I'm going to get the bald dude from Northeast Ohio's billboards. I'm going to get him to make you pay.
Who?
You ever seen that Misney guy?
No.
He's on all the commercials, on all the...
Maybe I've seen him. I don't pay attention.
If you watch, like, he's bald and he's on just literally.
They're all bald.
No. This lawyer is so popular up in Northeast Ohio that when now his billboards are just a bald face and him pointing at you, and that's it. There's no words. There's no like Misney makes them pay or go call the law office. Here's the number. It's just a billboard of his bald head, and people are like, I know what that means. I need to call that dude.
All right, Jim Montgomery, head coach of the Boston Bruins. Less than 24 hours after losing to the Blue Jackets, fired. Rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
Sponsored by Custom Air. Custom Air. Custom Solutions. Custom Comfort.
All right, Teddy, rapid fire number 1.
We're going to push that thing back to the next segment now?
Yep.
Okay.
What thing are we pushing back?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, that thing.
Ted's very upset that my pee-pee's not working in this segment.
That's all right. Hey. Well, you were talking about the Jackets. Who's been your favorite player to watch on this year's Blue Jackets team?
Justin Danforth.
Yeah?
He's all over it. He's like a Spitfire.
He's great.
I like him.
You know, I'm going to say, I'm actually going a little Oppo Taco here. I'm going to say Elvis because we're actually getting some good goaltending here. And
Last night we did, that's right.
No, not every night, but when we get it from him and when he is on, that is something that is encouraging because if we can have that, then it opens up everything else because we know that contract is terrible. We know how bad this can be for the Jackets if he's no good.
You know what my least favorite player is, though, when he actually plays?
Who's that?
David Juracek. That was a good pick.
But I don't understand what's going on with him. He played He played 8 minutes yesterday.
And he blew.
Yeah, but also maybe whatever.
He doesn't know how to handle a puck. This big giant man.
I got it.
Oh, puck. That's a little nuance of the game.
I understand, but
puck
maybe
goes on stick.
Yeah. I have thoughts, but that's fine. We can move on.
Rapid fire number 2.
I read today that when the sun set last night in Barrow, Alaska, it won't rise again until January 22nd. So that's 64 days without sun. So temperature aside, would you live in a place where the sun is gone for 64 days?
No. I'm a routine guy. I need routine. I need my morning sun. I want it dark at the appropriate time, but I need some sort of daylight.
Yes, but you need it in the comfort of your house, not outside.
That's right. I'm looking at it through a window. That's right.
I think I could live there. I think I could do it. Not the temperature. I would hate the temperature, but yeah, I would get into a new routine. I would just have to have more alarms set to remind myself, hey, it's time to go to bed now. It doesn't feel like it, but it is. Hey, it's time to get up. And I'm sure after a few days, your body would have to adjust to that. I would hope. So I guess I would do it.
Rapid fire number 3.
On this date in 1965, Pop-Tarts were created. Are Pop-Tarts the best breakfast treat, and what's your favorite flavor?
Oh.
Well, I mean, donuts are the best breakfast treat, right? Pop-Tart's very good, but...
Yeah, I guess that is a breakfast treat. Prepackaged, though.
Okay,
like
that's
if you're getting a fresh donut, sure. But if you're getting like a packaged donut, like, I don't know. Then I think the Pop-Tarts are back.
All right, well, then the answer is yes. We're talking about a sweet thing, prepackaged. The answer is yes. I'm going to say my favorite is just the original frosted strawberry.
Is that the original?
It's not the original. That's the original frosted flavor.
I like that. I'm a big fan of the brown sugar cinnamon. That one is good.
Too. Delicious.
But if I had to go like for one of their newer flavors or one of the things they've introduced more recently, that cookies and cream chocolate thing that they have.
I have not had it.
I love it. It's got vanilla frosting in the middle of it, and then it's chocolate. Like the Pop-Tart is chocolate with white icing on it. Oh, it's so good. So good.
All right, rapid fire number 4.
It looks like our nice warm weather is going away, and it's looking like it's going to be quite frigid tomorrow. So what's a good meal you like to prepare when it's cold outside?
I love cold weather food. I like stuff that sticks to your ribs, homey comfort food. I love baked pastas. I know you're not a mushroom guy. You don't like the texture, but
I'm a huge fan.
I just made a baked pasta with a mushroom and a Gruyere, and my God.
Oh, yeah?
Just delicious. We make a mean tater tot casserole.
Love a tater tot
in the
casserole.
common man household.
A hot dish, as they call that up in Minnesota.
Tater tot hot dish. That's right.
That sounds good. I'm a sucker for chili. Make a good chili.
Very good.
Yeah. Get that in the Dutch oven and just let it sit there all day. And then you just
a big
come
fan of the
spoon
Dutch
that
oven,
out.
right?
Yeah, who isn't?
Who doesn't love a Dutch oven?
Not a steamer.
Not
Dutch oven.
A Dutch baby is a little. I like a Dutch baby myself, but a Dutch oven is good too.
You ever have a Cleveland steamer there, Teddy?
No. I bet he hasn't.
Cook a kielbasa in one of those Dutch ovens, and it's good
right.
eating.
Okay. I bet.
Rapid fire number 5.
All right, today is National Play Monopoly Day. Do you have a favorite board game that you would like to play?
I hate board games.
I'm so glad you said that.
I hate board games.
I absolutely despise board games.
Now, when I was
never
banging,
liked them.
When I was a kid, I would play Monopoly, and I was actually quite good at it. I had a winning streak of a couple years, but I'd be quite all right if I never played a board game for the rest of my life.
No, I'm with you. I've never got into them. We played them as kids, like got around the family, we'd do that. And we usually played Monopoly, but like playing Sorry, where it's just, you roll the dice, you move it 5 spots. I hate board games.
Now,
They're
we
so
play card
boring.
games. We play Uno and, like a little kid's version of poker. We'll do that.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. I'm more into a card game. I'm with you. That's what I would rather spend the time around. It's mostly about hanging out with the family, right? But if we have to do that, if we have to do a board game to do that, then I just feel like then the evening's going poorly.
Teddy, what's your favorite board game?
I'm kind of like you guys. I don't really enjoy board games
I'm
anymore.
glad you put it on the sheet.
But
then.
I was a big fan of Trivial Pursuit. I was pretty decent at that game, so that's why I liked it. Yeah,
I don't know anything.
Yeah,
so I was bad at that game.
Yeah.
Trivial Pursuit. Yeah. By the way, speaking of not knowing anything, did you see that Texas A&M, Mike Elko, their head coach, had a nice little slip up today in his press conference?
No.
So Texas A&M, still has a chance at the SEC title game and all that stuff. They play Texas in 2 weeks. But this week they play Auburn. So someone asked him, like, hey, you got this big showdown with Texas coming up in 2 weeks. How are you keeping the focus on what you have to do this week, given that you know the implications of that game and what could happen with the SEC title game? And so apparently he said, quote, I think our focus is single-handedly on Texas. I meant Auburn.
Yeah, all right.
That's the equivalent of someone, again, if it wasn't Indiana this week, if you had like Purdue coming in and it's like, Ryan Day, are you focused on Purdue this week? He's like, yeah, our focus is on Michigan. I mean Purdue. Like you know where his focus is. Clearly, he had a little Freudian slip there.
And I'm going to throw you for a loop. You ready?
Go ahead.
I want to talk to you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. Men, it's the holidays, the season of all kinds of hustle and bustle. But if your energy is down, if you're not sleeping well, your sex drive is MIA, and you just don't feel like the guy you once were, maybe it's tough to get excited for all the holiday cheer. If this sounds like you may have low testosterone. And if so, this is the season for you to get treated. Yes. You could have higher energy levels. You could get better gains in the gym, sleeping better, just looking overall sexier with that glow that you used to have, if you used to have one. Start winning your race. I don't know what that means, but call them today. Tri-State Men's Health, 800-900-9654, or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
Yeah.
I'd like to lighten the mood a little bit in the next segment. I fell down a rabbit hole last night, and I came across perhaps the most terrible affliction that any living person could experience. And I'd like to discuss that with you coming up next. And no, it's not listening to this show for 3 hours. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should know we've got an accident that's blocking 2 right lanes and causing some holdup on eastbound 270 on the north outer belt after 23. And watch for a disabled vehicle that's on the right shoulder of northbound 315 at King Avenue. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by The Waterworks. Trust the pros at The Waterworks for all your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Visit thewaterworks.com today to get started.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Right now, for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free. No limit. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years. And they back it up with a true lifetime warranty. Call them today, 614-502-5220.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
In a divorce, it's important to have a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell, a domestic litigation and family law firm. We champion your rights as an individual and your role as a parent, taking an aggressive approach in court while leveling the legal playing field in domestic matters. That's what a champion does. That's what Cordell & Cordell can do for you. Visit us at CordellCordell.com.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Lindsay Honda clearance.
Factory authorized clearance on most Hondas in stock.
They'll go fast because Lindsay is offering 0% up to 60 months on every 2024 Honda in stock.
That's 0% up to a full 60 months.
It's Black Friday all month long as the clearance begins at Lindsay Honda.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference.
With approved credit on select in-stock 24 Honda models. Dealer contribution may affect consumer cost.
Oh, wait, turn the game down. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I swear it's telling me to go buy Pepsi to get a $10 Fandango movie reward.
So we can see Gladiator 2 only in theaters November 22nd? Spooky, but also kind of a great idea.
If you miss a little, you'll miss a lot. Search for your favorite fan shows wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe. Every episode comes right to your phone absolutely free. Modern technology, it's a hell of a thing. Do it now. The Fan.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. It's football season. That means it's time for wings, right? Flaps, drums, however you like to get them. I like my wings with a nice dip, and that's why I love Daisy Sour Cream, French Onion, and Ranch Dip. These are delicious dips for your wings, for your veggies, for your chips, whatever you like to dip them in. For me, it's the wings. For you, the possibilities are endless. As good as homemade dip, plus real herbs and spices and ingredients you'll find in your own kitchen. Check out Daisy Sour Cream, French Onion, and Ranch Dips wherever you buy your groceries. Get them today.
Diamond Seller is bringing the world's finest jewelry to you at our annual holiday gala December 5th through December 7th. Celebrate the season of sparkle with up to 25% off for 1 weekend only at our Salma Road location. Visit diamondseller.com/gala to learn more.
Come try Skyline Chili's new mac and cheese 3-way, made with creamy cavatappi pasta in a 3-cheese blend, topped with Skyline chili and their shredded Wisconsin cheddar. The new mac and cheese 3-way at participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, what's all this I hear about season's free things?
Yeah, we're giving away even more than usual this season.
Free alignment with any Ford tire purchase isn't seasonal, Mike. It's free every day at Tire Discounters.
Sure, but right now, guess what else happens every day?
I know that customers can save up to $250 on Michelin tires.
Absolutely. Now, guess what else?
Mike, I'm a Phantom tire buyer with a secret identity. Please don't toy with me.
Okay, here's the deal.
Yes?
We're doing these drawings.
Like a game show.
And one lucky customer per day wins all their money back for 4 tires.
Spectacular! But why call it Season's Free Things?
You know, Season's Greetings. It's like a play on words.
Yes, of course it is. I knew that.
It's Season's Free Things at Tire Discounters. One lucky customer per day wins their money back on tires. Everyone saves big on major brands like Continental. And a free alignment and oil change comes with every 4 tire purchase.
Almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan. Dumb. Very dumb. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Tuesday. So glad you've tuned in. 3 hours a day, every single day. Tell a friend. We're like a virus.
That's right.
Once you catch us, you can't stop seizing until you die.
Yeah, we're like Cyrus the Virus from Con Air. Actually, we're not, because that dude was extraordinarily creepy, and Steve Buscemi he looked weird in that movie. Anyway, Mike, speaking of watching things, I guess on TV, kind of, the Netflix people have wanted to let us all know that it went really well with the Mike Tyson fight and Jake Paul.
So I've heard.
So these numbers, now these are unverified by anyone else other than Netflix. They put out a statement that claims an estimated average minute audience. I don't know what average minute audience is, but I'm guessing that's something akin to at any one point in time, if you just looked at how many people had tuned in even for a minute to this event, they are claiming that number from opening to closing bell was 108 million people.
All right.
For context, if that number were accurate, which I'm very skeptical of it being accurate, the number that the Super Bowl does when it is measured is usually in that ballpark, between 100 and 120 million people, depending on the game and the entertainment and all that stuff. So they are saying essentially they want you to believe that they had roughly a Super Bowl level response to this fight between a 58-year-old man and an internet sensation in Jake Paul, who mostly got popular on YouTube.
That may indeed be true. What the hell do I know? But looky here. It's my job every single day to come in here and try and get the biggest audience that I possibly can. I've been doing it for 21 years. And as I get older and do this more often, it becomes harder for me to sort of meet you where you live. And perhaps we've reached that point. Because if 108 million people are watching this, what I consider to be boxing debacle, for anything other than laughing at it, and I can't believe this is so stupid, then I just don't know what the hell we're doing anymore. And this is coming from the pee-pee-poo-poo, doesn't work guy. Like, I'm dead serious. I don't know how to do this anymore if this is what is getting 108 million people.
Well, hang on. But I think you do know, because let's look at this. Number one, I'm skeptical of this number, but let's say it's legit, just for the sake of the argument. If there are 108 million people that tuned into this, why did they do it? They tuned into it because of what you just said. They're looking at it going, this train wreck of a fight is actually going to happen, and it's free. They didn't buy it. If you had Netflix anyway, you just flip it on, it's there. If 108 million people did tune into it, it's essentially, I can't believe this is happening. This is really dumb. Let me flip over and see if it's even on. And it doesn't mean they stuck around for it. It doesn't mean they were like, yeah, I'm super invested in who wins this. I almost view this more in the sense of, if we had a show like on the movie Idiocracy, there was a show that the nation was enraptured by called Ow My Balls, where the whole show is a guy walking around and getting kicked in the junk. I mean, I feel like if Netflix put that show out today, you would get a decent number with it, because people would, not that they'd say it's good entertainment, but they just say, well, I want to see what happens. Is this guy really going to get kicked in the balls? Oh, it looks like he did. There we go.
See, that's the thing, is that we like to think that we're enlightened, that we've become more enlightened. It's like, oh, can you believe that, back in the day, you'd have the traveling carnivals and freak shows. They'd come to the town and people would get off on looking at the bearded lady. Thank God we don't do that anymore. Yes, we do.
Yeah, of course we do.
This is the equivalent of that. You're right. If Netflix came out and said, hey, ladies and gentlemen, Martha Stewart, she's hip with the kids now, right?
She's back, baby.
She's 80 and she's hip and she's friends with Snoop and all that. What you didn't know about her is that she was born with a tiny micro penis.
Okay.
And coming up on Thursday night at 8, we're going to unveil it to you. She's going to drop her panties and unveil her MP. If 108 million people,
I'm sure people would
tuned in to watch YouTube Boy against a convicted rapist who's 60 years old, I mean, you got to figure 200 million people are tuning in for Martha's MP, right?
Well, right. I think it would essentially, it would be, a lot of articles would rightfully so be written, and a lot of questions would be asked. What are we doing here exactly? But if the idea is, would we be surprised by any of that? No. I mean, I think we're not that far away when we watch. Again, I enjoy watching some of this stuff too. When we watch like Love is Blind or the Bachelor shows or any of that stuff, you're just watching people go through it. You're watching people have human emotions and like make fools of themselves, act like idiots. They're crying, they're sobbing, they're getting it on, they're doing whatever. You're watching all that happen because you're going, well, thank God that's not me. But I do want to see how this train wreck unfolds. It's a little bit like how many people look at a car accident when they drive by it. How many people actually keep like the eyes forward?
My wife watches Bravo, all those shows.
I'm saying that's just the next dial turn, is where it's like, hey, do you like this sensational idiot going up against that sensational idiot, punching each other theoretically for a few rounds? No, I don't really. I'm not asking for it, but I know there were a lot of people who said, I'm not asking for it either, but if it's on, I will flip it on and watch.
I saw a press release from Netflix the other day. touting how many people watch their new Lindsay Lohan Christmas movie.
Oh, really?
It's like 50 million people or something. Lindsay Lohan discovers the meaning of Christmas. How are you, honey? Give me another cigarette.
Keep in mind, what does she do? Burn down the Christmas tree forest? Is that what she just like, yeah, and she flicks an ash into it?
I found romance.
I think that, number one, Netflix, again, I'm going to say they probably didn't actually get 50 million people to sit down and watch that Christmas movie start to finish. I'm going to guess that didn't happen. That sounds very suspect to me. But even if that's true, it is, again, Netflix. For every one of those they have 24 of them that no one ever flips on and nobody watches. So we like cultural phenomenons, Mike. We like things that everyone is paying attention to. That's why the Super Bowl is popular. There are people who never watch football who say, but I have to watch that because I know Monday everyone that I work with is going to be bringing it up, so I want to be informed.
We got to talking now. I didn't get the chance to bring up my debilitating syndrome that I found out about last night.
Well, good thing we have a whole nother hour of the show left. We want to bring it up next. We can do it in the next segment.
Okay. I'm going to tell you about something that when you hear me discuss it, you're going to have nightmares about it tonight. Hey, please do tune in to the next segment. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to hit some slower traffic due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of northbound 270 on the east outer belt after 33. And things are also slow on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
The holidays are right around the corner. Get a holiday loan from BMI Federal Credit Union and choose a loan amount from $1,000 to $5,000.
Visit bmifcu.org/holiday loan for details.
Tickets for the 2025 Memorial Tournament presented by Workday are now on sale with special offers only through December 5th. Walk the rope line. Witness iconic shots by golf's best. Join the crowd roars. The experience is yours, and it's second to none. Be there May 26th through June 1st. Take advantage of best ticket pricing and waived fees now through December 5th. Visit memorialtickets.com today.
Breaking news coming in 6-5. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio.
Common Man here for Care Heating and Cooling. Weather is unpredictable, but the inside of your home should be comfortable just the way you like it. And the best way to avoid those unnecessary surprises is with a care plan. See, with a care plan, you get priority service, system maintenance in case of an emergency. Just another way to give you and your family peace of mind. And maintaining your systems properly can help save you money. A properly maintained furnace and air conditioner run more efficiently, reducing your utility usage. Regular maintenance also prevents breakdowns and extends the life of your equipment. I'm on the care plan, and I'm quite the expert. I'll stop by and give your system a once-over. I will. Don't tempt me. I end every commercial the same way, telling you to hire Care when you need a company you can trust. It's not just a slogan. That's the Care creed. How about this? Lennox. They have thousands of dealers nationwide. HVAC royalty. Last year, Lennox gave Care their coveted Partner of the Year award because they're trusted by their customers and their partners. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING or book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com when you need a company you can trust.
If you're struggling with ED or your performance is down and your belly fat is growing, listen up. You've got one life. Now is the time to act.
At the Columbus Men's Clinic, we're not just healthcare, we're your secret weapon. Don't wait another day. Here's why you need to act right now.
Every moment you delay, your condition could worsen. It's not just about sex, it's about your heart, your relationship, your life.
The Columbus Men's Clinic has over 10 years of proven results for low testosterone and increasing drive, energy level, and performance. We've introduced ED and enhancement treatments so exclusive, you'll wonder why you waited.
Procrastination is the thief of time. When it comes to your sexual health, you can't afford to wait. Join the League of Gentlemen who've walked out of our doors with a swagger.
Call the Columbus Men's Clinic at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Book your $99 male performance consultation now, including blood work. Call 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. The Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the car cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
And I'm Timmy Hall. Good evening. The CBJ taking down coaches. They had a good night in Boston last night, taking down the Bees 5-1, and they had seen enough of head coach Jim Montgomery. He got fired as the Bruins dipped to 8-9-3. He was 120, 41-23, making the playoffs in both of his seasons, but bowing out to the Panthers both times. Jackets next up Thursday here at home against the Bolts. We got Buckeye men's basketball tonight. They've got 4 games in a row at home. It starts here with Evansville, 7 o'clock tip. I'll get you warmed up for it at 6 right after Man and Bone's final hour. And a big one to watch in the NBA. The 15-0 Cavs are at the Boston Celtics. Good luck for the Jackets last night. Maybe this one, they'll try to get to 16-0. This one's sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. For those over the age of 60, Awaken 180 Golden has gotten 10 times better, introducing sleep coaching, simple meal plans, even age reversal.
Back when I was banging, this show slapped. Whatever the hell that means. You're listening to Common Man and T-Bone.
Cavs going for 16-0 tonight, T-Bone, in Boston. I think Boston's like a 5.5-point favorite, though.
Yeah, they are. And this is because Celtics are still the defending champs. They're a very good team. This is one of those NBA Cup games. Here's what I know. Win or lose tonight, never forget. Cavs in 4. Don't worry about it. This is all right. I want them to win this game. Every Cavs fan wants them to win this game. But you know what? Doesn't matter.
Cavs in 4?
Cavs in 4, baby.
Can I tell you something else?
Eyes on the prize. This is a great team that is going to be there in the end. Mark it down.
Blue Jackets in 6.
What in 6 what?
Games.
Is that when they're getting eliminated from the playoffs?
No.
What are we talking about?
Stop it. They're geting head coaches fired around the league.
They did. They got the Bees got their
right. Former Buckeye running back Joe Montgomery got fired today. All right, Fish has handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Speaking of those Jackets, Matthew Olivier, 8:48 tomorrow morning on Morning Juice.
Okay.
Grumpy Adam Schefter at 12:33 on Rothman and Ice. And then tomorrow on this show, it is Wild Card Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and also on Wild Card Wednesday, I'm bringing back Common Man's Basement on YouTube. I've not done it in a while. And we're going to do it Wednesday night. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Be there or be lame.
Okay. I don't know if you're going to say be there or die.
No.
Okay.
It's not get dark, Bone.
What do you say about 3 hours of this show or go to hell?
Let's talk about the worst affliction I've ever heard of in my entire life. So last night, I had the pad out and I was bored and I fell down a wormhole like people tend to do. I was Googling the name of a well-known porn star and I came upon this issue called what?
Well, go ahead. What's the issue?
Called locked-in syndrome. Locked-in syndrome. Have you heard of locked-in syndrome?
No, I haven't.
All right. Anyway,
this came up when you were Googling a porn star?
Yes, Emily Willis is her name.
Oh, all right. Well, should I Google her now?
No, not safe for work.
Okay.
But you probably can because there's news stories that talk about her because this isn't like Daily Mail and they're writing stuff about her. She had, a stroke or an overdose or something. Breaking news. These young ladies who find themselves in the porn industry are not always the most adjusted people in the world. And they turn to substances to, satisfy some sort of hole in their life or help them numb the pain. I don't know.
Unlike the radio industry where everyone is normal and good.
That's exactly right. So she was in rehab, I guess, and had some sort of episode where oxygen was cut off from the brain for a significant period of time, and she went into a coma. She has since, air quotes, woken up from the coma.
Okay.
But she has this affliction now called locked-in syndrome, which essentially means your entire body is paralyzed for the exception of the little muscles in your eye where you can control blinking. You're fully aware of what's going on. That has not been affected at all. But you have no function. You can't swallow. You can't move your pinky. You can't do anything. Wow. You are essentially a prisoner in your own body, but you're fully aware and you have your eyes open.
Wow. That is...
Yes, that's where she is. And there's really no hope of recovery. Like, it's very rare. People have recovered from it, but when they do, they go on the news. That's how rare it is.
Okay. So it says here, I'm reading about this. It says your voluntary muscles don't work. So you're still conscious. Your higher brain function is spared. But it's... Sheesh.
Can you imagine that?
No, I can't, because you're basically... That would mean you're unable to, like, form words or even be able to just probably even make noises with, like, you couldn't grunt to be
no,
like...
No, you can't. You have no throat function. You can't swallow.
Yeah, but you can... Apparently she can move her eyes, so they know that she's, like... And she can respond in some ways to, look over there if you want to say yes to this or no to that or whatever.
They blink.
Okay.
I don't think she can even really move her eyes.
God, that's insane. Yeah, that's... Isn't
that terrible?
It's horrifying. And it says she had a cardiac arrest that caused this. So, because she lost oxygen to her
the brain was cut off.
Right.
I mean, there are people where that happens, and the other side of the brain is affected, and they're in a vegetative state, and that's the end of that. Yeah. She is not in a vegetative state from a mind standpoint, but her body is.
Well, that's like a Creed song, My Own Prison. That would be the ultimate, My Own Prison, right?
That's exactly right.
You're stuck there. You can't do anything.
Terrifies me.
Well,
terrifies me something like that's going to happen to me.
They say it's incredibly rare.
I know, but you know what? I'm terrified of things that are incredibly rare.
That's fine. I understand that. I'm just pointing it out for people who are like, how often does this happen? Very rarely.
When I'm walking on the upper floor over at Polaris, I know it's not likely that somebody's going to sneak up behind me and just dump me over the side. But I think about that when I'm there.
Are those what they call the intrusive thoughts, where you just have like
daymares?
Either way, same thing. I think. I don't know. Yeah, that's a terrifying thought.
Or maybe you go in for an operation and they give you the anesthesia.
Mm-hmm.
You're out to the point where you can't respond.
Oh, no, I don't like this.
You can feel everything.
No.
Well, I'm just saying it happens.
I know it happens, but I can't think about that because it's not going to happen to anybody I know or me. That's what I tell myself, right? Just like when you get on an airplane, you're like, some of these crash. And it's like, yeah, but not this one today. This one ain't doing that.
All right, here, you know what? That's a terrible story.
This one's all working great.
Let me give you an uplifting story now.
Okay.
Longtime Bulls player Bob Love died. Stick with me for a second.
How is this uplifting? Now we're talking about someone dying.
Bob Love died at the age of 81 yesterday. I had a great experience with Bob Love.
Okay.
See, back in the day, I'm getting to that age now where I can say, back in the day, my little suburb didn't have a Walmart.
Yes.
And when the Walmart opened, it was big news. So they opened up a Walmart in St. Charles, Illinois. And like a hilljack, like the town came out to witness the grand opening of the Walmart.
It's the first one you've probably gone to.
And so they had Bob Love, former Bulls player there, signing autographs at the opening of the Walmart. I was probably 12, 13 years old, whatever it was.
Right.
And so I go and I see Bob Love. And Bob Love notoriously always had a smile on his face. He also spoke with a stutter.
Okay.
Okay, but he wasn't ashamed of that.
Sure.
And so I wait in line for Bob Love. He signs my basketball. The Bulls, I want to say, were playing in a playoff game that night. Okay. And I do the stupid kid thing that you do, where you think you're the only one who's asked Bob Love this question, even though he had 100 people in front of you. Hey, Bob Love, are you going to watch the Bulls game tonight?
Mm-hmm.
And in his mind, he's probably thinking, this stupid, dumb kid.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
He probably wasn't like this simple. This little kid is just being a kid. He probably was like
in a Walmart.
This a-hole.
Right. He probably is. That's what I'd be doing.
I hope he gets kidnapped.
Sure.
I hope he has a horrible childhood. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hope he gets locked in syndrome or whatever. This guy, I hope he can't respond. What a loser.
He said, of course I am, buddy. And I hope you watch tonight because the Bulls can't do it without you.
Oh, man, what a response.
And then he gave me a little head pat.
Yeah.
And it's like
they can't do it without you.
It's like everything you'd ever want an athlete encounter to be.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And
how wholesome is that?
Right. And he did that for me.
Yeah.
And I'll always remember that. He's dead today, but I will always remember that. You touch a person's life like that, you go on forever. It's not over if someone remembers you.
That's right. You keep it going. I like that. It's a very positive message there.
So, R.I.P. Bob Love.
Also,
nice man.
Did you watch the Bulls game?
Yes.
Did they get it done?
No, I think they lost. But
see? Way to go, Bob Love. Way to screw up the lore. You know, you probably should have worked it out so that the game was won. Talk to your buddies over at the Bulls and be like, hey, guys, maybe pull it together this one.
Well,
I had a big line of kids I was trying to give some hope to, and you just screwed that up.
Allow me to be arrogant for a second because I don't really have this anymore with any of my teams.
Okay.
Bulls didn't lose a lot when I was a kid, so
okay.
that was a rarity.
I know. I remember how the refs were back then.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
I just gave it to them.
That's what it is.
I remember that. Yep, that's right.
It's the refs.
You know, you and I wouldn't have been friends as kids for many reasons.
Friends now,
right? But one of the reasons that we wouldn't have been friends is because you would have come in with your Bulls jersey, and I would have been like, the Bulls suck. I hate the Bulls. They win too much. And you'd be like, oh, well, you know, it's great to be great. I don't know what to tell you. Hey, you stupid loser team. And I'd be mad at you, and I'd be rooting for, I don't know, the Sonics, and I'd be rooting for the Suns, and I'd be rooting for the Blazers.
What are you talking about? We'd have our little spat about the Bulls. Then we'd say, hey, man, you like cheeseburgers?
Yes.
Yeah, I like it too. You like the Buckeyes? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that's right.
We'd bond.
We would
We'd
bond.
be the two fat kids at Mr. Hero arguing about basketball, but we'd be together.
That's right. You know, we would bond over a story like this. My wife, this is why my wife and I are together. We've been together for almost 19 years. We will be together for the rest of our lives because of stuff like this. She took our cat to the vet the other day, had our youngest two kids with her. In the vet's office, they have an Alexa, you know, the voice-activated little personal assistant thing you can have, little speaker, right? So my middle daughter, Ava, decides to see if the Alexa does a thing that she knows it does at other people's houses, which is you can ask Alexa to play fart noises. So she did. So she said it before my wife caught it. She said, Alexa, play fart noises. And so this started happening in the vet office. Now, did my wife instantly go, Ava, stop it. That's horrible. Alexa, stop. No. My wife starts immediately giggling uncontrollably for like 30 seconds. During this time, the veterinarian walked in who realized what was going on, which caused my wife to laugh even harder as she's trying to apologize and say, I'm so sorry. My daughter did this. I can't get it to stop. And so then the vet, who was not in a great mood to begin with, apparently, came in and just started screaming at the Alexa.
Oh, man.
And was like, Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Off. Alexa, no farty. Stop. Alexa. And it just wouldn't stop. And everyone's laughing except for the vet. And I'm just telling you.
You got to find another vet.
Well,
everybody thinks farts are funny.
I think she was stressed. I think,
come on now.
she's got to, you know, she's plugging dogs.
She said, hey, play Common Man and T-Bone. Then that'll get people pissed off.
She just sent a dog, somebody's family dog of 18 years over the Rainbow Bridge. Give her a moment to, like, you know, and then she comes in and my wife's just laughing at fart noises. But I'm telling you, that sense of humor, you're right. It gets you through a lot. No matter what your other difficulties are, we always have that. We laugh at farts in our household, and it will never change.
Let's all boycott the Big Ten championship game. All right, let's make a pact. We're all going to do it, and I'll tell you why coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to find traffic is moving a little slow on eastbound 70 downtown between the 71 West Split and Livingston Avenue. And traffic is also slow on eastbound 670 from Neal Avenue to I-70. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through November 30th. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. It's football season. That means it's time for wings, right? Flaps, drums, however you like to get them. I like my wings with a nice dip. And that's why I love Daisy Sour Cream, French Onion, and Ranch Dip. These are delicious dips for your wings, for your veggies, for your chips, whatever you like to dip them in. For me, it's the wings. For you, the possibilities are endless. As good as homemade dip, plus real herbs and spices and ingredients you'll find in your own kitchen. Check out Daisy Sour Cream, French Onion, and Ranch Dips wherever you buy your groceries. Get them today.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived. The only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com, and use promo code JUSTSPORTS to get a welcome bonus up to $100. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 or older and present in Ohio. If you or anyone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. The holidays are here, and let's face it, it's easy to put on a few extra pounds between the parties, the food, and the stress. But this year, do something different and try semaglutide from Affinity Whole Health. Semaglutide is a game changer for weight loss. It'll help curb cravings and keep your energy up so you can tackle the holidays with ease. If you're thinking about TRT or already on it, they work together for amazing results. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com. That's feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Come try Skyline Chili's new mac and cheese 3-way, made with creamy cavatappi pasta in a 3-cheese blend, topped with Skyline chili and their shredded Wisconsin cheddar. The new mac and cheese 3-way at participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
What's better than giving a gift everyone wants? Getting free gas and groceries by earning perks on gift cards purchased at Giant Eagle Market District and GetGo. Choose from hundreds of gift cards to make everyone merry at Giant Eagle Market District and GetGo.
Here's a quick listening guide. When something's on the fan, it's on the station you're listening to right now. If I say something's on ESPN Columbus, it's on 1460 AM and the Fan's HD2. When in doubt, stream it on the Fan app. Thank you and good night.
This season, there's a system for every home and budget at Logan Services. Save big with our furnace sale. Payments start at $49 a month for 144 months. Plus, save up to $2,000 on a qualifying train system. Choose from our free stocking stuffers for extra home comfort. And don't forget about tax credits. Schedule your free estimate now and get next day installation with fast, friendly service from Logan Services.
Looking for your next Subaru? At Byers Airport Subaru, we give you options from start to finish. Browse and shop entirely online from the comfort of your home at columbussubaru.com or stop by and visit one of our friendly brand specialists just by the airport.
Right now, you can get the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester for 4.9% for up to 72 months.
Whether you prefer to click or come in, we've got you covered. Your journey starts at Byers Airport Subaru. Come see why it's better to buy at Byers.
Subject to credit approval. Financing offer term up to 72 months on 2025 Subaru Forester. Cannot be combined with any other incentive. See dealer for details. Offer ends 12/2/24.
Healthcare.gov has plans for health because you have plans for life. All plans cover doctor visits and emergency care to keep you and your family running strong. All plans cover hospital stays and prescriptions so you can have peace of mind. Visit healthcare.gov to explore health plans from the brands you know. 4 out of 5 customers can find a health plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Enroll at healthcare.gov by December 15th for coverage starting January 1st. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Do you want a job that is flexible, secure, and fun? It also offers excellent pay and is ranked as one of the best jobs in America, too. I'm talking about being a dental hygienist. And all you have to do is complete a 2-year program after high school. Visit ODA.org to learn more and to start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A little sunshine, windy, and warm on this Tuesday. Temperatures in the low 60s. Overnight, down to the low 40s with some patchy fog and light winds by morning. Winds pick up, the clouds increase, and the showers move in morning through the early afternoon. Temperatures reaching the mid to upper 50s, then falling through the 40s by Wednesday evening. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Best known for their contributions to the fast food breakfast world. This is Man and Bone.
Buckeyes getting ready for Indiana on Saturday. Our pregame coverage will start at 6:30 in the A, and we'll kick at noon. I saw that Jeremiah Smith has been named one of the 12 finalists for the Bolitnikoff, which he will not win, but he should win
Oh, yeah.
We should have back-to-back winners because Marvin Harrison Jr. won it last year. But again, he wasn't a true freshman like Jeremiah is, so he's going to have to pay his dues and wait, even though he is the best.
He is incredible. The only guy in college football who has a good argument against Jeremiah Smith is the guy who's probably going to win it, and Travis Hunter. But
Travis Hunter can win the Heisman Trophy.
Well, I know that.
I'm going to give him that.
I'm saying
you leave the Bolitnikoff to my guy Jeremiah Smith.
I agree with you. They should do that, given that Travis Hunter is arguably the best. I think he is the best player in college football.
He's the best player in college football.
He's playing both ways and doing great. But
he's a better defensive back than wide receiver, I would think.
There's also that too, Teddy, to your point. Yeah, I think that's right.
I'll take him at either thing, Teddy.
He's up for that too, isn't he? He's up for the defensive back award. I'm trying to remember what the award is for like best defensive back. I'm sure he's in the running for that.
He's got one more year, right?
Travis Hunter?
Yeah. Isn't this his sophomore year?
No, I think this is his junior year because he came over. He was a freshman with Jackson.
Right, that's right.
He played for Dion 1 year at Jackson and then came here. Came to Colorado last year.
That is
correct. He could finish runner-up. That's fine.
That's right. You're right.
So I'm reading the Southern Hillbillies, the Southern college football fans, and their talking heads. And I saw, Paul Feinbaum say this as well, that it's almost a disadvantage to play in the SEC title game.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a disadvantage because, you're going to, if you lose, you're going to get penalized, and that shouldn't count as a playoff knock, right? That's almost like a bonus.
This is the dumbest argument.
Well, first of all, I love how that only applies to the SEC, right?
Right.
That doesn't apply to any other conference that has a championship game. Oh, wait, that's all of them, all right, that are eligible to be in this playoff. They all have conference title games. Everybody's dealing with the same thing, but because we're looking at it through the lens of hillbilly Southern college football, that's got to be the talking point on the four-letter network. So I say if the hillbillies want to boycott their title game, we'll do that too.
Yeah, right.
We'll
Go ahead.
boycott ours, just declare ourselves the champions, move right on to the playoffs. Sound good? Good?
Well, can I also point out that the reason that it penalizes you is not because you lost in the championship game. If there were two undefeated SEC schools going at it, or like you have in the Big Ten, one team that's undefeated, and presumably whether that team is Indiana or Penn State or Ohio State, if they have a loss, right? Like you could have, Ohio State does have a loss. I'm saying if they don't get any more, like you could have a one-loss team possibly in the championship game alongside Oregon, right? Like you could have a 1 loss and a 0 loss. You could have two undefeateds theoretically. The point being, whoever loses the Big Ten championship game may come out of it with that being their only loss of the year, or that could be their second loss of the year if they have the 1 loss. That is a bit of an argument you could make. When you are talking about a team that already has 2 losses going in, they're not getting penalized if they lose a third game of the season. They're not getting penalized for having 2 losses or for losing in the championship game. They're getting penalized because they have 3 losses.
Yes, that is loss number 3.
Because you started off with 2 other losses before you ever got there.
But it's an extra game, so it shouldn't count.
What I don't understand is this. The notion is out there that if, like Indiana, played in the SEC, they would not be undefeated at this point in the season. Okay, that's a fair point. Do you think they'd have 2 losses or fewer? Do you think they would have lost to, I don't know, let's say Vanderbilt, like one of these teams did? Do you think they would have some of these bad losses like to Arkansas? No. Maybe they would, but the point is, you're telling me you think Indiana would have like 5 losses if they're in the SEC?
No
You're
way.
out of your mind.
No way. And I love how when once in a while, like Missouri steps up and has a season. That's a story.
Right.
Like, oh, that's a look at what Missouri's doing in the SEC.
Sure.
Indiana does it. It's a tragedy.
Yeah.
Look how bad the Big Ten is.
Mm-hmm.
Missouri does it, good SEC.
Yeah, right.
Indiana does it, bad Big Ten.
It makes no sense. I'm 100% with you. I don't understand why when a traditional power wins in the SEC, that's proof of how good it is. And when they don't win, it's also a proof of how good it is. It doesn't matter.
Inconsistency. I'm not here to tell you that the Big Ten is a superior conference. The reality is we don't know. And most of the time when they do face off in bowl games, the Big Ten winds up on the short end of the stick. So I'm not here to tell you they play crappy football down south of the Mason-Dixon line. I'm here to tell you I don't like the double standard.
No.
I don't like the inconsistency. That makes no sense to me. Kirby Smart, if you don't like the conference that you're in, you know what? Come here. We'll have you.
Yeah, go see if you can get out of it.
We'll have you.
I just feel like we look at the SEC all the time as if they've just got this advantage. Maybe we don't. Maybe you as a listener don't. But like a lot of people around college football just seem to have this baked-in idea that the SEC is always, every year, better. And I heard Ryan Russillo was making this argument the other day where he's like, yeah, I'm going to go with Texas over Indiana. You know why? Because Texas, even with their one loss, I saw them last year. They were in the playoffs last year. This isn't that team. Even if it has some of the similar players on the team, some of the same pieces, these teams change every year. You have a different group of players. Like Texas has no doubt they're getting in, right? Assuming they make the SEC championship game, they're probably in no matter what. But I don't understand how Texas's record, when you look at it, they have a loss on their resume. They lost to Georgia, right? I believe
correct.
I'm correct in that.
Yeah.
They also had 2 games where it came down to the final possession. Vanderbilt's won, and the one who did they just beat? I feel like they just played someone last week and it was close. Either way, they've had one possession games close, just like Indiana had a one possession game against Michigan. What I don't understand is go look at who Texas has actually beat. All the good teams they beat. They don't have many better wins than Indiana does, in my opinion. So I'm sorry. I don't understand all this hype around Texas compared to Indiana when they have the loss. I know they'll get there if they win their championship game. I know they'll, rightfully so. I know they'll get there if they are a one-loss team that goes to the championship and loses close. They'll still probably get in. That's fine. But this idea that we have to be talking about 2 and possibly 3-loss SEC teams as legitimate title contenders, ridiculous. You're out of your mind.
Also, speaking of conference championship games, the Big Ten came out this afternoon and said, good news, there is no scenario possible where Oregon will not play in the Big Ten championship game. I like how it took them until Tuesday to figure that out.
I thought that was hilarious too. And then they have a document attached that shows you the scenarios. They went through 10 different scenarios because you have to figure Oregon is 8-0 in the conference. Indiana is 7-0 in the conference. Ohio State and Penn State are both 6-1 in the conference, right? So they then went through an outcome of all 4 of those teams doing everything, right? If Oregon and Indiana are 9-0, Penn State's 8-1, Ohio State finished 7-2, they worked out the tiebreaker there. They worked out the tiebreaker on everything to determine, and they found out no matter what Oregon does, no matter what anybody else does, there is not a scenario for that. But you're right. I would have thought they would have had that worked out way in advance. Like I would have thought they would have known that by Saturday evening, Sunday morning, they would have said, yeah, we crunched the numbers for a half an hour and we looked at all the scenarios and there's no way this can be this can be done.
I know what they're saying. From a competition standpoint, it can't be done. But you know what I'm going to say, because I'm a stickler for this. You should put a little asterisk in there. At the end of the page, it says asterisk. Unless the Oregon team all dies in a plane crash.
Okay.
And then they will not be playing in the Big Ten championship game.
Well, why limit it to that? Like if they were a part of an airway disaster, then they would be disqualified. But if they die on like a boat for some reason,
well, why would they let's be realistic, Bone.
Team bonding.
Why would they all be on a boat?
Team bonding.
We know they're on a plane.
Whale watching. You could be in a bus, right? You never know. I'm just saying. The point here is, I think that they are well within their means to say Oregon good. I don't know why it took the Big Ten until Tuesday afternoon to figure this out. How did you not figure this out Sunday morning?
I don't know. All right, game show coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're looking at some slower traffic if you're traveling southbound 71 on the north side between 670 and I-70. And things are also moving slowly on northbound 71 on the south side between Greenlawn Avenue and I-70. This report is sponsored by Z-Bart. Z-Bart Black Friday deals all month long. Let your vehicle shine with a Z-Bart detailing starting at only $49. Plus scratch and dent repair from just $29 a panel. Restrictions may apply. See store for complete details. Z-Bart, your vehicle's best defense. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit primesportsbook.com and use promo code JUSTSPORTS for a welcome bonus of up to $100.
Toyotathon is on, and it's the perfect time to wrap up the year with a new RAV4, America's best-selling SUV. Now through December 2nd, get 4.99 APR financing on a new 24 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Excludes RAV4 Prime. Or lease a gas-powered RAV4 LE for $309 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details. Or go to Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Common Man and T-Bone here for Hollywood Casino Columbus. Hey, Bone, did you know the sportsbook is now called ESPN Bet?
I did, and you can watch your favorite teams on the biggest screens, place your bets, and grab some wings with an ice-cold pint.
Maybe you're too boring and don't want to go to the casino. Good news. You can keep the action going and place your bets on the go with the ESPN Bet app.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook is your 50-yard line ticket to odds, point spreads, and over-unders.
It's the place to be. Losers must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Saving on all your gifts at Meijer and saving more when you redeem MPerks rewards might sound like a holiday miracle. Getting more fresh produce and redeeming more on favorite presents? Earning points on holiday essentials and rewarding yourself with the hottest electronics. It's like getting snow on Christmas morning and someone else to shovel it. Saving on the season at Meijer is good, but saving even more with MPerks rewards? That's a good deal better. Earn points, claim rewards, and bring more good to the holidays with MPerks at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in-store or on the Meijer app.
Now you can ship the delicious flavors of Schmidt sausages to any tailgate around the country. Send a taste of Columbus tradition to your favorite fan base, wherever they may be. Just place your order, and Schmidt's will package up their famous sausages and sides ready for the grill on game day. Go to schmidthaus.com/shop and use coupon code TAILGATE and receive 15% off your purchased order. Why tailgate when you can Schmidtgate?
Morning Juice.
Be part of the solution. You came late to the workout class, but you had to run there. You're already sweating. Like, you're already ready to go. Hop on in. There's no warm-ups needed.
Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Affinity Whole Health.
Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
If your garage door is so old that somehow it was there before your house was, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
If you're struggling with ED or your performance is down and your belly fat is growing, listen up. You've got one life. Now is the time to act.
At the Columbus Men's Clinic, we're not just healthcare, we're your secret weapon. Don't wait another day. Here's why you need to act right now.
Every moment you delay, your condition could worsen. It's not just about sex, it's about your heart, your relationship, your life.
The Columbus Men's Clinic has over 10 years of proven results for low testosterone and increasing drive, energy level, and performance. We've introduced ED and enhancement treatments so exclusive, you'll wonder why you waited.
Procrastination is the thief of time. When it comes to your sexual health, you can't afford to wait. Join the League of Gentlemen who've walked out of our doors with a swagger.
Call the Columbus Men's Clinic at 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. Book your $99 male performance consultation now, including blood work. Call 614-300-7400 or visit columbusmensclinic.com. The Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 1/7/25. See app for full terms.
Hey, it's Anthony. Happy Honda Days are at Germain Honda of Dublin. Rich tells me they're going to help you celebrate your new vehicle with 0% APR up to 72 months on select 24 and 25 models with no payments for 90 days. And leases starting as low as $249 a month. Germain Honda of Dublin, where you'll get same-day service, no appointment necessary. See the dealer for all these amazing details. Strike now at Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road just south of 270.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Yes, we tried unplugging and then plugging them back in. It didn't help. This is Man and Bone.
Tomorrow, Wild Card Wednesday. Also tomorrow night, special edition of Common Man's Basement on YouTube. Have not done it in a while. Usually it's on Friday night, but I'm going to test it out, and we'll do Wednesday night. I know some of you are out and about on Friday night. Maybe you want to check it out on a Wednesday evening when there's nothing going on. 8 o'clock live on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. Just search Common Man's Basement on the tube.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Game show time.
All right, Mike, we're going to do Instagram follower death match. So I'm going to give you 2 celebrities, and you have to guess which one has more Instagram followers of the 2. The theme today is all 90s sitcom stars.
All right, let's go. It's my wheelhouse.
First up, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Elaine from Seinfeld, among her many other credits. Does she have more Instagram followers than Alfonso Ribeiro, a.k.a. Carlton Banks from Fresh Prince.
I mean, you would think so, but Alfonso Ribeiro has nothing better to do than probably make interesting content on Instagram. So I'm going to say Carlton Banks has more.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, see, I overthought it.
You did. It's close, though. Julia Louis-Dreyfus has 1.7 million Instagram followers. She last posted 2 days ago, so she's active on there. Alfonso Ribeiro, who is, by the way, the host of America's Funniest Home Videos. Yes, it's still on. It's actually just called America's Funniest Videos because no one's doing home videos with a camcorder. But anyway, he has 1.3 million followers. He also posted 2 days ago.
I would like to point out that the porn actress who was in the Locked In state of mind has over 2 million on Instagram.
All right.
So more than both of them.
You know what? I mean this sincerely. Let her live. I hope she's okay. I hope she gets better. I hope she recovers.
I want her to live if she wants to live.
Well, that's right, of course.
Because there's a lot of people, you know what? Forget about it. Go ahead.
I got it. Will Smith, you know, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I'm aware of him.
Right. Also done a lot of other things since then. But does he have more Instagram followers or Jennifer Aniston? You know, Rachel from Friends and a billion other things. Who has more Instagram followers?
Again, I don't know how active Will Smith is. I know Jennifer Aniston does things. I actually follow her on the gram.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Aniston.
Ooh, sorry.
Man, I suck at this.
So I would have thought maybe Will Smith lost some followers, and maybe he did after, you know, he slapped Chris Rock and kind of had a rough kind of go there. She has 44 million followers on the gram. Nothing to sniff at. He still has 70 million followers on Instagram. I have no idea. Next up, David Spade. Dennis from Just Shoot Me was one of his credits, of course. Does he have more followers, or does John Stamos, Uncle Jesse?
Oh, I also follow Stamos.
Yeah, I mean on Instagram.
It has to be Stamos, right? It has to be Stamos.
I don't know what to tell you.
Stamos.
You're right.
Yeah!
Stamos has 4.3 million followers, last posted on November 14th. David Spade has 3.2 million. He last posted 4 days ago. So
Stamos has more than double the followers, though, than Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what? I can't tell you. I don't know, man, the power of like a hot mang who's just staring at you and telling you nice things.
He's a handsome guy.
I guess so. Not that Julia Louis-Dreyfus, she's great. But
She's a handsome guy, too.
Stamos is leaning into he knows what he's doing. Next up, Jaleel White, a.k.a. Steve Urkel from Family Matters. Also, Stefan Urkel from Family Matters. Or Danielle Fishel Topanga from Boy Meets World. Who has more followers on the gram? Don't overthink this.
I mean, I know who I want to follow.
Don't overthink this.
Topanga.
Yeah, that's right.
She does a podcast, too.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just giving it to you because you're going to overthink it. 1.2 million followers. She was last on there 4 days ago. Jaleel White, not doing bad. 905,000 followers. And apparently he I believe, just had a book come out about behind the scenes.
I hope it's called Did I Do That?
I think it
Did
should
I
be.
do that?
It should be. He has 905,000 followers. Last posted today about the book.
Got any cheese?
Karen Parsons, a.k.a. Hillary Banks from Fresh Prince.
And
we're
going deep into Fresh Prince, aren't we?
Or Jason Alexander, George Costanza. Who has more followers on Instagram? And by the way, I would just take a moment while you're pondering that. If you've not looked up Hillary Banks, Karen Parsons in her prime on Fresh Prince.
Oh, she was...
My God.
Fantastic.
And secret bonus, go to watch the movie with Damon Wayans, Major Payne, where he's like a drill sergeant who has to help an ROTC school. She's in that, and she's at the height of her powers.
I'm going to guess Jason Alexander.
Ooh, sorry.
Oh, good for Karen Parsons.
She's got 370,000 followers. Jason Alexander has 189,000 followers.
That's it?
I know.
Does he not post?
I don't know. It says he last posted November 4th, same day she did. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
I have no idea. Next up, Matt LeBlanc, Joey from Friends. Does he have more followers, or does Lisa Kudrow, Phoebe from Friends? Who has more followers on the gram? I will tell you, it is whatever you think here. They are extremely close in the follower count. This is not like I'm going to surprise you with one or the other has way more. They both have about the same amount of followers.
I'll defer to the lady. I'll say Lisa Kudrow.
Oh, sorry.
That's sexism.
Phoebe, Lisa, has 10 million followers. Matt LeBlanc has 10.1 million. So she's right there. I mean, they're very close.
Must have been that baseball movie he did with the monkey. that really put him over the edge.
That's probably it, yeah. Next up, Fred Savage, Kevin from the Wonder Years, or Ben Savage, Corey from Boy Meets World. Who has more followers on the gram, Fred or Ben? Of the Savages.
They both sort of disappeared. Fred, wasn't he like berating people?
Was he?
I think so. I think that was his ouster from Hollywood, is that he was berating people.
I didn't know he was berating people.
I'm still going to say Fred.
You should have gone with what you thought there because you're wrong. Fred Savage has 208,000 followers, and he hasn't posted since 2022, which
That's
is
what
probably...
I mean. That's when he was canceled.
Oh, I didn't know he was canceled.
That's when he was canceled.
I didn't know that happened. Ben Savage, still active. He posted 7 days ago. He has over 1 million followers.
Okay.
So Ben Savage doing well. Macho Man Randy Savage, dead. Not active, but still, I'm going to say, has more than either of them. Ooh, yeah. Martin Lawrence of, the show Martin and many other things.
Macho Man.
Martin Lawrence or Drew Carey.
Oh, I thought it was Macho Man or Martin Lawrence.
No. Martin... No, I was saying Savage, Randy Savage, Ben Savage. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Martin Lawrence or Drew Carey, who has more followers on the gram?
You just told me how many people Will Smith had. I assume if you follow Will Smith, you follow Martin Lawrence, right?
I mean,
because you like Bad Boys.
Maybe you do like Bad Boys. That's right.
I'm going to say Martin Lawrence.
You are correct. Although it's not the same as Will Smith. Martin Lawrence has 10.9 million followers. Drew Carey, host of Price is Right, has 75,000 followers. What are we doing?
I don't know.
Like, is you just appealing to a demo that doesn't know what Instagram is? The answer is
yes.
Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. Next up, Megan Mullally, Karen from Will and Grace, she's great.
She's married to Nick Offerman.
Nick Offerman, absolutely.
Yeah.
Does she have more followers, or does Sean Hayes, Jack from Will and Grace? Obviously, Karen and Jack together.
Yeah, but Jack
Dynamite.
Jack does the podcast now.
He does do Smartless.
Right,
with,
that's a pretty
Bateman,
popular...
Jason Bateman and Will Arnett.
That's a pretty popular podcast. I'm going to say he has more.
He does, but it's not that far apart. He has 1.4 million followers on the gram. He posted yesterday. Megan Mullally has 1.2 million followers. She last posted November 14th, so 5 days ago.
I let her live.
And finally, Melissa Joan Hart, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, or John Lithgow? I always forget how to say his name. From Third Rock from the Sun. Dick Solomon.
John Lithgow's got to be pushing 80 at this point, right?
Yeah, he is. But who has more followers on the gram is the question.
I'm going to say Clarissa Explains It All. Melissa Joan Hart.
There you go. That is correct. 1.8 million followers. Lithgow has 112,000 followers. So, again, a great number.
More than Drew Carey.
Right. And he's on there. He posted a month ago. He's still, again, for a guy of his age, still posting.
Well, I don't know if he's posting. Someone's posting on his behalf,
whatever.
right?
He was out doing stuff, and he took a picture of it. Someone did and posted it for him. Let's see. John Lithgow is 79.
There you go. I said pushing 80.
That's right. You know what? He, I think, is announced running for president next time. He's going to do it.
Too young.
That's right.
Next time?
Yeah, next time.
No,
yeah. Yeah, he's
Alan Alda.
Dead.
Dead?
No, I'm sorry. Not Alan Alda. Although maybe Alan Arkin dead. That's who I was thinking
Alan Arkin
of.
dead.
Alan Arkin is dead.
Alan Alda, I believe, still alive.
Yes, I believe you're right. I hope you're right.
I'm trying to think of another famous Alan.
Yeah, Alan Alda is 88.
Oh, wow. Good for him.
Now he could be president.
Alan Iverson.
Yeah.
Alan Iverson.
There's a famous Alan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's got to be more. What am I missing?
Ethan Allen. Marcus Allen.
Ethan Allen, the furniture maker?
Well, American Patriot, and then also maker of fine furnitures. I think he did both. He started one, and then he's like, you know what?
This guy makes a mean recliner.
He's like, I built an empire. How about I build some furniture? You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
I don't know why that tickles me. Where he's in the room. How do we fight the British? Also, I wish there was a chair that I could just put my feet up in.
The war would have been over like a year earlier. They're like, Ethan, stop making a chair. The British are coming. We got to dump some tea into this harbor.
This is a great ottoman.
Was he I feel like he was like part of I was going to say the Oak Ridge Boys. That's wrong. It's the Green Mountain Boys, I want to say. I think it's the Green Mountain Boys that he was a part of.
Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to find traffic is moving a little slow on eastbound 161 from Hamilton Road to New Albany Road. And traffic is also moving slowly on eastbound 70 on the west side between Mound Street and 315. This report is sponsored by Medicare.gov, an official message from Medicare. This year, compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. You don't want any surprise. Sure don't. Visit Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Dormar, your pilot hero.
Dormar can be there today, guaranteed. Visit them at dormarhvac.com.
Lindsay Honda clearance.
Factory authorized clearance on most Hondas in stock.
They'll go fast because Lindsay is offering 0% up to 60 months on every 2024 Honda in stock.
That's 0% up to a full 60 months.
It's Black Friday all month long as the clearance begins at Lindsay Honda.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference.
With approved credit on select in-stock 24 Honda models. Dealer contribution may affect consumer cost.
I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. For over 3 decades, Cordell & Cordell has been on the front lines of family law. Divorce is more than just a legal process. It's a life-changing event that can impact your future, finances, and your relationship with your children. You've worked hard to build a life that you're proud of, and you deserve a legal partner who will work just as hard to protect it.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, what's all this I hear about seasons free things?
Yeah, we're giving away even more than usual this season.
Free alignment with any Ford tire purchase isn't seasonal, Mike. It's free every day at Tire Discounters.
Sure, but right now, guess what else happens every day?
I know that customers can save up to $250 on Michelin tires.
Absolutely. Now, guess what else?
Mike, I'm a Phantom tire buyer with a secret identity. Please don't toy with me.
Okay, here's the deal.
Yes?
We're doing these drawings.
Like a game show.
And one lucky customer per day wins all their money back for 4 tires.
Spectacular! But why call it seasons free things?
You know, season's greetings. It's like a play on words.
Yes, of course it is. I knew that. It's seasons free things at Tire Discounters. One lucky customer per day wins their money back on tires. Everyone saves big on major brands like Continental. And a free alignment and oil change comes with every Ford tire purchase.
Unhealthy obsession with the Blue Jackets? We have just the remedy. Join us Wednesday nights at 7 for the Inside Edge. All the Jackets and hockey conversation you can handle. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Come try Skyline Chili's new mac and cheese 3-way, made with creamy cavatappi pasta in a 3-cheese blend, topped with Skyline chili and their shredded Wisconsin cheddar. The new mac and cheese 3-way at participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
If your garage door doesn't have windows, but you can still see through it, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we fix crappy garage doors, straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Is your business generating over $1 million a year in revenue? If your financial advisory team isn't keeping pace, maybe it's time for a change. Here's Brad Hennebert with Premier Advisors.
Thanks, Bobby. Our team integrates financial planning and asset management with business accounting and tax preparation. Business owners have planning needs that are unique. We work with you to design a seamless financial services bundle tailored to your business with monthly or quarterly advisory consultations to help guide you along the way. We don't just keep score of what happened last year. Our team combines expert financial planning and wealth management with top-tier tax services, helping businesses like yours build wealth for you. Call us today at 614-524-4888. That's 614-524-4888.
Brad Hennebert is a registered representative offering securities through United Planners Financial Services. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through TCP Asset Management LLC. Tax services offered through Premier Tax CPAs. United Planners is not affiliated with TCP Asset Management, Premier Advisors, or Premier Tax CPAs.
Looking for your next Subaru? At Byers Airport Subaru, we give you options from start to finish. Browse and shop entirely online from the comfort of your home at columbussubaru.com or stop by and visit one of our friendly brand specialists just by the airport.
Right now, you can get a new 2025 Subaru Outback for 2.9% for up to 72 months.
Whether you prefer to click or come in, we've got you covered. Your journey starts at Byers Airport Subaru. Come see why it's better to buy at Byers.
Subject to credit approval. Financing offer term up to 72 months on 2025 Subaru Outback. Cannot be combined with any other incentive. See dealer for details. Offer ends 12/2/24.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Weston Air Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Buckeye basketball coverage is coming up next. Buckeyes at home against Evansville tonight. Huge matchup. Evansville has a guy, he's 8'2". Humongous.
They do not.
8'2". Yes, he's the tallest man to ever live.
And his name is, his last name.
You better see it live.
His last name is Brute.
8'2" Brute?
Yes, I'm glad you picked that up. That's good. Thank you.
I was watching Gladiator last night.
Were you?
I know it's not really that Julius Caesar thing.
It's the new one?
No, I was watching. I'm getting ready. Ready.
Oh, the new one's coming for you.
Watching the original.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Going to the
What a
theaters to
movie.
watch it?
I got to just brilliant. One of the most brilliant movies I've ever seen.
Best movie ever.
Gladiator?
Yes.
It's phenomenal.
Okay.
I love
the
it.
Best movie ever.
Commodus is just sick. Sick and twisted. Joaquin Phoenix knocks it out of the park.
Played it to perfection.
What's he, like 25 years old when he's getting that role?
I don't know.
Just
His mother,
knocks it
God
out of the
rest
park.
his soul.
Power hungry.
He just wants to
alive.
fly. He just wants to fly. Put your arms around him, baby.
Put your arms around me, baby.
I swear,
with or without Super Cat?
That
with or without Super Cat?
That stupid song has ruined me. Anytime anyone says a number that ends in 5 years old, that's more than 5 years old. So if they say he's 25 years old, 35 years old, 45 years old, my brain goes, his mother, God rest his soul.
The statues just crumble everywhere. It's all over the place. Statues just falling down, crumbling for me.
Yes, that's right. I know. That was part of the movie. It was great.
Gladiator.
Good flick.
Shadows and dust.
I like Gladiator. I like it a lot. I don't know if I would say it's the best movie ever made. But, you know, it's your list.
What would you say is the best movie ever made?
I don't know. Like, I mean, well, obviously, I know the one that is about to play here during the holiday season, It's a Wonderful Life, is right up there. It's your favorite.
I hate that movie.
You mean Christmas Vacation?
That one's great. Christmas Vacation is also great.
It is the second best
You
movie.
can't compare those two movies. Gladiator is an opus.
Is it?
All right, yes, Christmas Vacation is an excellent comedy.
Yeah, but I don't think just because a movie's serious, that means it has to be better. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not saying it's better. I'm saying you can't compare them against each other. You can say Gladiator is the best dramatic opus ever made.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I agree with that.
And Christmas Vacation, if that suits your fancy, is the best comedy ever made.
Right, I understand.
Opus, huh?
Mr. Holland.
Mr. Holland.
Mr. Holland's opus.
Julia
Mr.
Louis'
Holland's
husband.
what?
Julia Louis' husband there. Richard Dreyfuss. Right?
Stop.
Wasn't that Mr. Holland?
What are we doing? just making connections.
I'm just we're just driving all the way. That's how it works.
Buckeyes,
weave and
two
just
Dreyfus's.
Yeah.
Buckeyes and Evansville tonight.
Here's the one thing. I wonder if you know about this thing, Bone, because I'm looking at Evansville's roster, the Purple Aces. I thought
it's your Instagram profile, right, Common Man? Purple Aces.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's just not going to work.
My Prince fan site.
Yep, that's it. There we go.
Purple Aces.
Purple Ace.
Purple Ace.
All right, go ahead. I'm so sorry for all of this and all of it that's to come. I'm so sorry for all of it.
Being in Indiana, being in the Missouri Valley Conference, I got a lot of respect for that conference as a mid-major conference. I thought that I was going to be looking up better recent history, but Evansville has struggled mightily in the last 4 years. But they have an interesting true freshman. His name is Gabriel Posado.
He's 8'2".
He's 8'2".
Brute.
In all seriousness, he's a true freshman. He was born in Rome, and he played at the...
8'2", Brute.
There you go,
that's right. Caesar.
Yeah.
He played at the NBA Global Academy.
I didn't even know
about this.
I didn't even know such a thing. No, I had no idea.
It's in Australia. It is a collaboration with the NBA, hence the name NBA Global Academy.
Right.
And the coaching staff is hired by the NBA, so they're coaches with experience. And Josh Giddey came from this program. He was the first guy to ever be drafted from that program in 2019.
Where is
That's where this guy's from.
It's in Australia.
It is in Australia.
I took a look at Baines in the shower. He looks like all of Australia. He is really put together.
Recently retired, right?
Yeah.
Baines.
I think that's right. He did. He retired a few weeks ago.
Tired of the broadcasters sneaking a peek in the shower.
That's right.
He's really put together.
He's really put together.
As he should be. Then no one should be doing that. Don't do that.
All right, Buckeyes and Evansville coverage coming up next.
And Boston.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Oh, man, it's another day. It's another time for me to give you an update on your favorite actor, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who was giving an interview ahead of the release of, well, I guess the movie's already out now, the new movie that came out, Red One, the Christmas action movie that he's in.
We're trying to force it.
Someone asked him about how he feels about all the buzz about this movie and what, his fears are if it doesn't do well. And he was asked about, like his net worth. And he said, I don't know what my net worth is, which good problem to have, I guess. But then he went on to say that he still lives with the mentality that at any moment it could all go away. And just one bad movie could just derail his career.
One bad bet, right?
If that's the case, then Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson needs to hire someone, the attorney, someone who can then also hire someone, the accountant, someone, so that he could have a few people around him that are like, hey, if we put your money over here, you will never have to worry about losing all that.
No, he's not losing all that.
No, he's fine. I don't know why, but why do you have that mentality? What's wrong with you?
He's a lunatic.
The movie will be dumb. Looks dumb.
It is dumb. It was already like a box office kind of
trying
flop.
to force another Christmas hit. You just can't force an Elf or force a Christmas Vacation.
Can't force it.
It just has to happen.
Has to evolve.
Yeah.
Organically.
That's right.
What's the matter?
Nothing. We're just waiting for you.
Buckeye warm-up is next.
Playing the Purple Aces tonight. Let's go.
Purple Aces!
Yeah.
I want you to scream that if you're at the game, loudly.
Yeah, we want to hear it on the broadcast.
Aces!
On our broadcast, on the TV broadcast. We want to hear it. Purple Aces. Let's go.
Is this game on TV?
It's on
BTN Plus.
BTN OnlyFans.
Bodie is calling the game.
It's
bigger than you expected?
Are they pumping nitrous in this studio?
So. I don't know what's going on.
All right, Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to hit some slower traffic on northbound 71 on the south side between Greenlawn Avenue and I-70. And watch out for a delay due to an accident if you're on eastbound 33 after Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Every piece is important. Okay, Donato's pepperoni lovers, it's time to pick your pep deal. Now get $5 off a large hot honey pepperoni pizza or get $5 off a large pep 150 when you use promo code PEP. Order today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is a Fan Action Update.
Visit primesportsbook.com and use the promo code JustSports for a welcome bonus of up to $100. New Super Bowl odds have a new favorite to win it all. The Detroit Lions are plus 350 to win the Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs 5-1. Buffalo Bills plus 650. Only other single-digit odds goes to the Ravens and the Eagles at 8-1. For your Prime Sports Action Update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
Dormar, your pilot hero.
Dormar can be there today, guaranteed. Visit them at dormarhvac.com.
Men, we hear it all the time. A man comes in to get his erectile dysfunction treated, and very soon thereafter, he tells us that his relationship is renewed. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and you should know that ED doesn't just affect you, it also often affects your partner. They can feel undesired, unwanted, they may even feel like you don't love them anymore. At Tri-State Men's Health, we've successfully treated thousands of men for ED with protocols that have success rates as high as 90%. Which means if you're like most men, we can get you back to the guy you used to be. You could even last up to an hour or more and find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and give your partner the gift of renewed love. Your first visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in our office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654. Or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com. Tri-State Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Jerry.
Here's something that ECO stands for that you did not see coming.
Okay.
Echocardiogram.
I did not see that coming.
Get Eco.
Most people think if they call someone about their furnace or heat pump, some unscrupulous salesman is going to pressure them to buy a whole new unit, even if their old one could be repaired and give them years more service.
Get Eco.
Your heart starts racing and you're sweating and breathing funny, and your echocardiogram just goes nuts.
I'll say.
As the guy who invented those hospital wristbands that always stick to your arm hair, I know a thing or two about echocardiograms.
Get Eco.
But call ECO, and our team will explain all your options, what you can fix, how much it costs, and how that compares to a whole new system.
And your echocardiogram?
Nice and flat. I mean flat-ter. Actually, flat is bad. Don't worry, they didn't let me invent any of the medical stuff.
Get Eco.
ECO plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Common Man here for Diamonds Direct. You know Diamonds Direct is having a big sale when I come home and my wife says, "We're going this weekend." That must mean that there's sales. And guess what? She's right. Take 25% off virtually everything. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, everything to make the holidays sparkle. Plus an expanded selection and top designer appearances in the store. 25% off now through Sunday. Shop early for Christmas. Get the year's best value prices. And take advantage of special financing. This is the big one. Come and see all the latest creations from the top jewelry designers in America. If you have a special occasion coming up or just want to get a jump start on the holiday shopping, you can't miss it. Skip the Black Friday madness this year with Diamonds Direct. They're open all weekend. You'll have to deal with my wife when you go. She may punch you in the face. She does it to me all the time. For the best selection, quality, and price, shop Diamonds Direct. Get details at diamondsdirect.com. Tell them Common Man's wife sent you. Yeah, 25% off this week.